The day, game 3 of the series, went 11 innings. Cherryville fighting back from 4-run deficits a couple of times and 3-run deficits, and wound up tying it in the ninth at 9-9. But a solo walk-off homer in the bottom of the 11th by Logan Shearer wins game 3 for Mint Hill, and we're ready for the first pitch of game 4 of the series. The right-hander Eisenbath delivers, and the first pitch is a ball at 8:01 p.m. in Mint Hill at Independence High School. Next pitch, a ball. Same umpiring crew. I'm not sure. Keener's at third.
Clint Lawson
is Lawson behind the plate.
Behind the plate.
And Gary Keller will again be the first base umpire then. Next pitch, a strike. 2-1 on Cody Dellinger. Dellinger in the first game, 1 for 4 and 2 walks. Ground ball in the hole at second base. Got a base hit up the middle, I should say, not in the hole, but up the middle.
Off the second baseman's glove. A clean base hit for Cody Dellinger. Continues to swing a good bat for Post 100 Bill.
All right, so the batter up be Caleb Nairn. Nairn, left-handed hitter, follows the left-hander Cody Dellinger. 3 lefties in the lineup to lead off for Cherryville, as has been usually the case this year.
It has.
Right-hander Eisenbath delivers, and it's a strike to Nairn.
Eisenbath, a big right-handed pitcher for this Mint Hill team.
Nairn 1 for 4 in the first game today, game 3 of the series. And this one's popped up, third base side, third baseman giving chase. Did he catch it?
He caught the ball. He sure
caught
did. Caught it sliding, went down to the ground and caught it. That'll bring up for the center fielder, Josh Bean.
You folks watching online, we are not going to be able to get that on video.
Not from this angle.
The whole from the foul line over, we're not going to be able to get that angle. So we'll do our best. Milton will have a great play-by-play call. He'll describe it to the.
Yeah, I'll ask Danny what happened because I can't see it either. Throw to first. Safe is Dellinger. Batter up, Josh Beam. 1 out. 1 on for Cherryville. Top of the first. Game 4 of the series. Again, a must-win game for Mint Hill. And the pitch is ball 1 to Beam.
Post 100 in the first game of the day out-hit the Mint Hill team 14-10. But Mint Hill home run Cherryville 4-1.
Oh, yeah. The 3-run homer by Cherryville was by Clay Fuller in the game 3, first game of the day today. Swing and a miss by Beam, 1-1. Dellinger at first base after the leadoff single. And the pitch bounced in there.
Good stop by the catcher, Blaylock.
Did you time that first game?
I did.
How many? I know it was over 3 hours.
3 hours.
With 11 innings.
3 hours and 20 minutes.
What time did it end?
It ended at 7:20.
So we had about a 41-minute break.
Yeah.
Between games. Didn't seem that long.
No, it didn't.
Seemed like about 15 or 20.
I know it. And the pitch is low. 3-1 to Beam.
Dustin, did you get wet?
Did you get wet?
Yeah, he's inside tonight.
Yeah, Dustin Dave, the cameraman, about got blown away over at first base.
No, and there is ball 4 to Beam.
He's doing a good job holding that light pole up.
Well, we had a rain and wind come through here. What inning was that? About 5th, 6th inning, something?
Yeah, I think
so.
The
rain was coming down sideways, and the wind was blowing everything. Umbrellas inside out, banners, the red, white, and blue banners on the bleachers were blowing all over the place. The flag was about to come off the pole out there. It was like a mini hurricane.
Cameron High, the batter, 2 hits in the first game of the afternoon.
High takes it for a strike.
Call time by the catcher. Going to go out and talk to his pitcher.
Same color combinations for both teams. Blue shirts, white pants, Cherryville, white on white for Mint Hill.
Sure do like the uniforms that Mint Hill's wearing today.
I think they actually went back to see if they were going to change, but I don't think enough players had all their uniforms,
Yeah.
so they ended up staying with the white.
Yeah, they wore camouflage in the first 2 games, and we could not see them. I thought my eyes was going away with me, but I could see the numbers on it.
0-1 to count on high, and we got time here again.
They got shut you off, Milton.
Yeah. 0-1 to count. To the pitcher, Cameron High, right-handed hitter for Cherryville. Runners first and second, 1 out. And the pitch, strike 2. 0-2 to Cameron High.
Tyler Shoemaker on deck. Runners at first and second. Cody Dallin at second. Josh Beam at first. Some good speed on the base pass for post 100.
The pitch. And it's a foul ball left side.
I'd like to see someone put one down that right field line.
I know.
It's been all kind of real estate out there today.
35 yards right now,
Yeah.
10, 20. No, right at 32 yards between the foul line and the right fielder.
And he knows it's yards because the field is marked off for the band to practice on, right?
I'd imagine that's who he's practicing
What it was
on.
for. There's some.
Because the Independents don't play at home. They got their own practice field right over there.
Yeah. And that pitch is a ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes on high.
Like a breaking ball off the corner of the plate by Eisenbach.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on for Cherryville. Top of the first, and they're swatting at the bugs again. And the pitch. There is a ground ball. Shortstop fumbles around with it. Got
He never
play at
tagged
second.
base.
Safe at first. They'll get the. They get the. Did they call him out?
He called him out, but he did not touch second base. He jumped over second base.
So 6 unassisted. The put out on Beam for out number 2. Down to third goes Dallinger. Fielder's choice for High. Safe at first. And that will bring up Tyler Shoemaker. So Tyler with a chance here with a runner at third and a runner at first. 2 down for the big guy, Shoemaker.
Shoemaker with a base hit in the first game. 2 runs scored. Good opportunity to get on the board first.
Runner going now between first and second, and the catcher, wise to it, did not throw down.
He did not throw.
And Dellinger stays at third base. So down to second goes Cameron High. Stolen base for High and 2 down. And count is 0-1 on Shoemaker. Tyler asked for time as Eisenbach studies his signs too long there from the catcher Blaylock.
Someone needs to tell Tyler it's 8:09.
And the pitch. And there's a fly ball to right field. Will get down.
They'll get 2 runs in.
Yep.
We were just talking about taking the ball to the right side of the field. Exactly what Shoemaker did.
As long as that ball don't stay up in the air and give Haynes a chance to get over there, I mean, anything down's going to be a double.
That's right.
No matter how fast he is.
So post 100 gets on the board first and leads the game 2-0 here. Good piece of hitting by Shoemaker. And Shoemaker's had a great series, guys.
Brandon Alexander will be the batter then. 2 runs in on the Shoemaker double with 2 out. And Alexander, who was our hitter of the game in Game 3 earlier this afternoon.
Ever since Tyler struck out 4 times in that first series, he's been on it.
He sure has.
He fixed whatever well, Dustin was. I think Dustin said they had a talk in the locker room about it.
And Kevin, he's really squaring the ball up good.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
No, that was Andre that heard the conversation. They had Coach Reynolds straighten him out.
Swing and a miss by Alexander. 0-1 to count. 0-1 on Brandon Alexander, third baseman, right-handed hitter for Cherryville. Runner at second, and that pitch is a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Shoemaker at second here in the top of the first inning. Post 100 on the board, 2-0.
Did our fans just hear me ordering our hot dogs?
I think they did. Yeah, thank you very much.
I thought somebody would turn my mic off. Somebody. Nothing.
Oh.
I was ordering our hot dogs. I said I thought somebody would turn my mic
I
off.
what you were doing over here.
What's the count, Danny?
Richard went Bojangles. Didn't get nobody a milkshake, Danny.
1 and 2.
1 and 2 on Alexander. 1 and 2 on Brandon Alexander. 2 out, 2 runs in for Cherryville. Top of the first. Runner at second is Shoemaker. And the pitch from Eisenbath. Ground ball, slow roller. Shear in the dirt. Throws it away. And now Shoemaker coming home to score.
Error on the shortstop. And Shoemaker scores the 3rd run.
Alexander will reach on the air, no RBI. Shoemaker comes in, 3-0 Cherryville top of the first on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug TRT Trailer Self scoreboard. 3 Rocky Bennett runs for Cherryville in the top of the first here. Game 4 of the second round series.
Well, that's 3 runs, guys. That's only 1 homer they got to hit now.
Throw over to first, runner back. Yeah. All right, so 3 across for Cherryville, top of the first.
Got a feeling there's going to be a lot of runs scored in this ball game.
It might be.
Probably so. Pitch inside. Ball 1 to Huff. Brett Huff. 3 hits in the first game.
Yes, he did.
Just missed a home run.
He sure did.
The pitch, high.
Slow breaking
Strike.
ball.
Oh, called a strike. I gave up on that one. That's probably a pretty good call. I thought it was coming in high and it just dropped right in there. Tried to call it before it got there. 1-1 on Huff. And there's a fastball for a strike. Runner at first, 2 down. 3 runs in, top of the first for Cherryville. Right-hander Eisenbath delivers. And this one hits Huff. We did not have a hit batter in the first game or game 3, the first game today. And Huff felt that one.
Yes, he did.
God, he's just having a bad day.
So, yeah. So, first and second with 2 out for Dalton Towery. Towery did not start in game 1. He did come in to pinch run and then stay in as the designated hitter. He scored a big run in that game, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Was that the tying run?
It was the 9th run.
In the 9th inning, 9th run in the 9th inning.
Time.
All right, got time here while they're still checking on Huff down there.
Well, it hit him in the lower back, so I can't feel good.
Right on the tailbone, maybe. He's kind of stoved up down there.
Yes, he is.
Alexander at second, Huff at first.
3 runs in on 2 hits and an error thus far.
The pitch. Ball to Towery. Towery batted how many times in the first game?
Once, I believe, one time.
One event.
No, he batted none. He just.
All right, here's our food.
Wow.
All right, we'll eat between at bats, guys.
At bats, not innings. At bats.
Yeah, not inning. Between
if we're Nats don't
between
need
batters
them
up.
Nats don't need them up.
And what's the count?
2-2.
2-2.
2-2 on Towery. Let's get down to business now. We got our food and we got our runners on base, and we got a 3-0 top of the first score. Cherryville. The pitch. There's a drive to left field. Is fair or foul or caught?
Dive and catch.
Fair ball.
Fair ball.
1 run in. Here comes Coach Reynolds going to stop Brett Huff at third base.
All right, tell me what happened out there. I couldn't see it.
Dive and catch for left fielder, but a base hit.
Dive and catch.
Dive and catch.
Attempt.
Tried to attempt.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so a base hit for Towery and a run scored.
He dove right on the line. The ball just couldn't come up with the play, and then another run for Post 100. It's now 4-0 here in the top of the first inning.
Cherryville with 2 out brings up the number 9 batter in the inning, Dylan Harris. Harris playing third base as Alexander is going to catch this second game. Runners second and third, 2 down, 4 runs in for Cherryville, top of the first. And Harris, who pitched a little bit there in the game 3, first game of the day, pops this one up. Third baseman in the grass behind the pitcher's mound makes the catch for out number 3, Danny.
That will end the top of the first, but productive inning for Post 100, 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 costly error, and 2 runners left on base.
All right, we played an inning on the Mr. Sparky House Drug TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard, and it's Cherryville 4 and Mint Hill coming to bat.
Community minded, just like you. Community minded, that's for sure, it's true.
You care about the future of this community. You grew up here. You've raised a family here. Your life is here. So is ours. Carolina Trust Bank. Member FDIC.
Community minded, just like you.
Cherryville Self-Storage is your complete storage center. They have units from 5x5 up to 10x30. They also sell moving supplies such as locks, slips, covers, rope, and more. Cherryville Self-Storage is the first storage facility in Cherryville and also has the newest units in town. They're also the only storage facility in the surrounding area with climate-controlled units. All storage units have 24-hour access and have paved lots for your convenience. Units are also monitored by security cameras as well as treated monthly for pest control. Office and units are located at the corner of Elm and Main Street, 300 Main Street at Suite A in Cherryville. Call the office at 704-435-4909 or come by and see Phyllis, Carolyn, and Larry today.
Got a building project in the near future? Then see Don or Tracy Lyles at College Building Supplies in Dallas, right across from Gaston College. You'll find material for treated decks, storage buildings, and even galvanized metal. Save too on roof cement and cement blocks. College Building Supply in Dallas has vinyl windows in all sizes as low as $69. Get quotes on kitchen cabinets, shingles, exterior siding, and even dog houses. College Building Supplies, Highway 321 in Dallas, across from Gaston College. Open Monday through Saturday.
Your full-service service center for your automobile is Rick's Automotive on East Main Street in Cherryville. They do it all at Rick's Automotive. Rick Walker and his staff is dedicated at providing you the best in automotive care. From an oil change to a tune-up, from a tire alignment to a full set of new tires, from heaters to air conditioners, you can get it done at Rick's Automotive. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. Rick's Automotive, 1001 East Main Street in Cherryville. Call 435-3801.
Mint Hill has a grounder to the second baseman, up and just in time. Woo, it was close down there. Ames can fly. That is Naren over to first baseman Shoemaker.
I tell you what, Malachi about done. He about beat that throw out.
Yes, he did.
Hey, Shoemaker scares me over there at first.
Yeah.
He comes very close, if not every time, coming off that back.
Okay, here's David Marvin, the center fielder, right-handed batter for Mint Hill.
Yeah, David went hitless in the first game. Came to the plate 6 times and went 0 for 5 with a base on balls.
There's ball 1 from Cameron High.
I'd like to thank the hospitality provided to us here in the press box. Public address announcer to my right, Ron Brown, we appreciate him. And we are air-conditioned. And
here's a pop fly, right field, and the right fielder's got it for out number 2. I started saying they need to turn the lights on, but they're on. It's just kind of, these windows?
Tinted.
These
They're
are tinted
tinted,
windows? Yeah. Okay.
you call that a pop fly, but it
pretty deep.
It went pretty deep, Mill.
Sure did. 2 up, 2 down for Logan Shearer, and here's where trouble began in the first game. Every inning.
Yeah, I would.
Shearer, Simmons, and Eisenbath with 2 out here. Maybe they can get one of them out here.
Hey, I'd walk all 3 of them right now.
Ground ball, base hit.
Look,
between,
what's the difference?
Yeah, between short and third, base hit for Shearer.
Yeah, I'd walk all 3 of them. 3, 4, 5 hitters, put them all 3 and dare 6 through 9 to beat us. I mean, what you going to do? I mean,
yeah, because
you know these 3's going to hit the ball no matter what. I mean, they're crushing it.
Shearer came to bat 6 times in game 1 this afternoon. He went 4 for 6. 2 home runs. He scored 4 runs, and of course hit the game-winning home run.
All right, here is Simmons, who was part of that hit brigade or hit parade. That was the old show, wasn't it? The Hit Parade.
Hit Parade, yeah.
Was it a TV show, radio show, magazine, something?
It was a TV show way back on.
First pitch fouled off.
Hey, inside scouting report right here. This guy loves curveballs. He's been dead red on curves all game.
Okay.
Had a little talk down the first baseline.
Uh-huh.
He might see some inside fastballs this game.
Okay. Cameron High, the 0-1 pitch. A ball.
Cameron trying to put the ball on the outside corner of the plate and just almost did it.
One change to Cameron's game this year I've noticed. I don't know how they did it. He keeps his cap on.
Mm-hmm.
His cap don't fly off every time he pitches.
His early career with Post 100, I mean, every time he come off the mound, the cap would come off.
Swing and a miss. 1-2 on Simmons.
Cameron High had a tremendous career at West Lincoln High School.
Yeah, he has. He's played since his freshman
I think maybe
day.
a starter from his freshman days, maybe.
Mm-hmm. 1-2 on Simmons. Runner at first, 2 out. Bottom of the first, 4-0 Cherryville. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Drop strike through the throw to first to complete the strikeout. Alexander to Shoemaker will do it for Mid-Hill.
And for Mid-Hill in the bottom of the first, no runs. They did get 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base.
All right, we played an inning, 4-0 Cherryville. Mr. Sparky, how's Drug TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard?
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Billy Rowland in Lincoln can help you get to a better state, because Billy and her agents will talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Billy Rowland in Lincoln and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
In the Gospels of Matthew, Luke, and John, we are called to forgive others, and God will forgive us. I find that I can forgive others, and I can ask God to forgive me, but sometimes I find it hard to forgive myself. If you are struggling with forgiveness, as we all do, come to Rhine Heights United Methodist Church and hear of the Lord's grace, mercy, and forgiveness. I'm inviting you to come and worship with us Sundays at 11. I am Kathy McAbee, pastor of Rhine Heights United Methodist Church, and we are located on Madison Street, just up from Betty Ross Park.
Get it cranked at Phil Starter and Alternator in Cherryville. Yes, with a stop at Phil Starter and Alternator in Cherryville, you'll save time and time again. They start all the winners. They do it all at Phil Starter and Alternator in Cherryville. Starters, alternators, generators, rebuilt and repaired. Located at 457 Paul H. Beam Road in Cherryville. Get it cranked and running with a visit to Phil Starter and Alternator in Cherryville. You'll save time and time again.
Save time and time again.
Phil Starter and Alternator, Cherryville.
Billy knocks it down. Dellinger will hold up at first base.
Hit right in front of the left fielder, and Cody will pick up his second hit.
I want to say hey. I'm sorry, Dan.
Go ahead.
Finish.
Go ahead. No, I'm good. Go ahead.
I want to say hey to Herman listening in tonight.
And also to
Miss Judy.
Miss Judy. And
made those good brownies.
Oh, she did.
Saved my life.
And Troy Thomas and our scoreboard operator back at Cherryville. And
hey to Sammy Hoover listening in Lincoln. Bunt by Naren, third base side. Third baseman just got him.
Play.
Great play.
Very good play.
Great play by the third baseman, hopping off third base, but it doesn't matter. Post 100 wanted that. They wanted the runner at second. That's what they got.
They got with less than 2 outs.
Naren does his job.
Josh Beam with the opportunity, or Cameron High, to drive in another run for Post 100.
Hey, Danny, we saw somebody lay a bunt down. You believe that?
No, I don't. We talked about that earlier.
It's been about 7 games since we've seen somebody do it right.
And left-handed hitter Josh Beam up, who walked and scored in the first. So top of the second here, 1 out, runner at second for Cherryville.
Slow breaking ball, maybe 70-mile-an-hour pitch, called ball.
1 ball, no strikes on Burns product Josh Beam.
Watching Cincinnati Reds the other night, Milton saw a 104-mile-an-hour fastball twice.
And it's
by Chapman.
And it's 2-0. What would you do if you really saw a 104-mile-an-hour fastball standing in the batter's box?
I don't know, but I didn't.
If you run.
I thought the gun was wrong when he threw another one on the next pitch. And the third one was 103 miles an hour.
2-0 pitch. Bouncer first base. First baseman will toss to the pitcher. Runner moves down to third on the play with 2 out now.
3-1 put out. And that'll bring up Cameron High, fielder's choice, his first attempt in the first inning, and he scored the second run of the game.
So Cody Dellinger at third now, but 2 out for Cherryville. Top of the second, up 4-0. And High batting fourth in the order.
Cameron with 2 hits in the earlier game this afternoon.
He was your starting DH in that game, starting pitcher here tonight in game 4 of the series, game 2 of the day, and there's a strike called on him. The pitch, and it's lifted to right field. Right fielder there.
Playing him perfectly. So in the top of the second, Cherryville Post 100, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base.
We played an inning and a half, still 4-0 Cherryville on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard. Steve Roberts, our studio engineer, take it away.
Super Tuesday is back at Medical Center Pharmacy on East Academy Street in Cherryville. Cheeseburgers for just 99 cents. And it's time to get your flu shots. And don't forget about the new Kids Vitamin Free program. Pick up a free bottle of children's chewable multivitamins every 30 days. Parent must come in and sign up each child for their 30-day supply. At Medical Center Pharmacy, 607 East Academy Street in Cherryville. You wouldn't want your favorite sports team to only play offense or only play defense. So when it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? Bring your home and auto insurance to Allstate now, and you can save big on both. You deserve someone that can assist you more. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands? Hey, sports fans, call Allstate agent John Brown at 704-435-1920 today.
Just like you love Cherryville sports, Cherryville has a hometown skilled nursing facility that loves their work too. Peak Resources Cherryville, where caring comes to life. For a tour of Peak Resources Cherryville, call us at 704-435-6029 or just stop by. Located off Delview Road at 700 Self Street in Cherryville. And we'd love to meet you. Peak Resources Cherryville, providing exceptional nursing and rehabilitation care at Cherryville. Again, phone 704-435-6029. For Peak Resources Cherryville.
On all 3 radio stations, WOHS, WLON, WCSL, and on KTCBroadcasting.com, the radio and video broadcast.
Appreciate all you listeners listening in, and hope you're enjoying the ball game.
Strike 1 on the batter, Dalton Eisenbath, the pitcher tonight.
Ben Hill, a 10-9 winner in 11 innings in game 1 this afternoon.
Milton, you want to be careful in calling him a pitcher. he's got 2 bombs. He ain't pitching.
Yeah, he's the batter right now, and he fouls that one off over on the tennis courts or beyond. Even his foul balls, that's a John Brown All-State Insurance foul ball, and might have hit a squirrel over there in the trees. 1 and 2 on Eisenbath.
He's had a week at the plate in that game, the previous game.
Yeah, I mean, he had a series. And the 1-2 pitch, a ball. Eisenbath leading it off. Blaylock and Bancroft due to follow. The Men Hill 5, 6, and 7 batters in the order.
Wonder what the difference in height in the 2 starting catchers today in Hunter Jackson and Brandon Alexander.
Oh, I know, yeah. There is a ground ball hit hard at Huff. Throw to first. Got him.
Good play, Bob.
Throw wasn't exactly on the mark, but Shoemaker made the catch.
His hand was probably hurting.
Yeah,
He hit it hard.
they hit the ball hard.
They do.
The one who hit it by Alexander a little while at third,
He didn't
I never
see it.
saw. We never saw it. He didn't see it.
No,
Well, the good news is the 3, 4, and 5 guys
that what
are
he was
gone
doing?
for a while. And the batter up is Blaylock.
Baylock 0 for 5 in first game this afternoon.
The pitch.
It's okay.
Strike.
It's okay, Danny. Dustin said he wouldn't have got in front of that ball either.
And you were a third baseman,
Yeah.
Dustin Day.
He would have threw his red flag out there and hope it stopped it.
All right, 0-1 on Blaylock. Line the pitch from high. Ball. 1-1 strike. It's 4-0 Cherryville. Bottom of the second.
Lincoln County Cardinals are waiting the winner of this series on Tuesday night in Denver.
The pitch. The ball. 2-1 now to Blaylock. Cherryville scores 4 runs in the first inning here in game 4 of the series, second game of the day.
You're on a single and 2 doubles.
And an error.
And that error, a big error.
Mm-hmm. And the pitch. 2-1 is grounded foul, third base side. Third baseman in this game is Dylan Harris, as Alexander is catching.
Is
this
Jackson
game.
the only one out of? No, Fuller's out of the lineup too.
Yeah, Fuller's not.
Yeah, we got
out.
Cody.
Towery's out there.
Cody Dellinger in right, Josh Beam in center, and Dalton Towery in the left.
Okay.
Dellinger moves from left to right this game. And the pitch swung on and missed, struck him out.
2 down in the bottom of the second. I'll bring up the left fielder, Nathan Bancroft. And
left fielder number 15, Nathan Bancroft.
Bancroft
He didn't play first.
He did not. No, he did not.
Not game 3.
No, because his uniform is kind of white. Isn't it?
It's clean, yeah. He's playing left field this game. I think he played
Yeah, he played in
Friday night.
Friday night's game.
Ball 1.
Ball just a little high. And our weather looks good.
Yeah, Bancroft was 1 for 3 with a base hit and some runs scored in game 2 back on Friday night. And this one's popped a mile high and out of play.
Over the press box.
1-1. Nathan Bancroft. 2 down in the inning. Nobody on base. Bancroft, right-handed batter, waits. Pitch from high. Foul back again.
Still got a pretty good crowd here, Milton.
Yeah.
I think most of the Cherryville
I guess.
area people stayed.
I guess if you pay to get in, you got 2 games because they didn't clear the stadium
No.
between games. I guess you got 2 games for the price of 1.
I think
How
so.
winner to go around taking up a collection. 1-2, and here is a little looper going to get it, catch it. He caught it in left field. Dalton Towery.
Great catch by Towery sliding. And for the Men Hill team in the bottom of the second, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base.
Thank you, Dan. After 2 innings of play, it's 4-0 Cherryville still on the Miss Sparky Hauser Drug TRT Trailer Sale scoreboard.
Discover something for everyone at the Red Rabbit 27 shops in Lincoln. For women, you'll find handbags, sunglasses, garden decor, and more. For men, there's outdoor furniture, garden tools, saddles, boots, and chaps. For kids, check out the selection of children's clothes, doll clothes, and baby blankets too. Everyone will love the birdhouses, artwork, pottery, plants, wicker furniture, antique furniture, and jewelry too. Located on Highway 27 east of Lincoln, Red Rabbit 27 open Monday through Saturday. Call 704-240-4448. Cherryville Post 100 Baseball is being brought to you in part by Gatsa Marble. The Gatsa Marble family would like to personally thank all the dedicated firefighters and emergency service personnel for their efforts in their recent fire. They'd like to also thank all of their family, friends, and customers for their continued support and loyalty. Gatsa Marble is proud to announce they're still able to handle all your marble needs and that their business will remain in Cherryville. Gatsa Marble, located at 121 RNS Access Road in Cherryville. Phone 704-445-1660 or visit their website at gatsamarble.com.
Take 36% off. That's right, 36% off during the Samsung bestsellers at your nearest Hendrick Appliance location, including Samsung washers, dryers, and refrigerators. Plus, take 20% off Samsung's best-selling ranges and ovens. It's a red, white, and blue savings sale going on right now at your nearest Hendrick Appliance, 2689 East Main Street in Boger City, 4027 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia, and 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Eisenbath, and next pitch fouled off, 1-1 on Shoemaker.
Shoemaker to be followed by Brandon Alexander and Brett Huff. Post 100, a loser on a home run in the first game this afternoon, 10-9. Still lead the series 2-1.
1-1 pitch, a ball. 2-1 on Shoemaker.
Hickory will travel to Veterans Field, Cooter Stadium for game 1 in Shelby Tuesday night.
The pitch. Strike called. 2-2 on Shoemaker. Mr. Lawson, is it, behind the plate tonight? Is his name Clint?
Yeah, Clint Lawson.
First base, Gary Keller, and at third base, Seth Keener, who,
foul ball back.
Keener, who was behind the plate in game 3.
Yeah,
I keep saying game 1, but it's game 3 of the series, game 1 of the day.
Of the day, right.
2-2 on Shoemaker.
Don't want to confuse our listeners.
That's right. It might be taking notes and go down in history as we said something wrong. 3-2 now.
Notes on these announcers, maybe too.
3-2 pitch to Tyler Shoemaker. And it's ball 4.
Pretty good pitch that Shoemaker took for ball 4. That'll bring up Brandon Alexander. Brandon reached on the error by the shortstop and scored the 4th run of the game in the first inning for Post 100. Brandon Risen Sr., I believe that is, at Burns High School this fall.
Let me see your wideout. I scored like a crazy man in the first inning. I act like I didn't know what I was doing.
First pitch to Brandon's ball 1.
Take that for me a minute while I fix my scorebook.
Shoemaker received the base on balls, and he's on first base. 1-0 pitch coming. There's a hard hit fly ball that's going to be caught by the left fielder right against the fence. A running catch that he hit the fence catching the ball for first out of the inning.
Gave it a ride there.
Yes, he did. That's a long fly ball by Brandon.
Okay, I got to figure out.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Brett Huff. Brett was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Right. And Brett, looking back, he had 3 hits in the first game this afternoon.
All right. I still ain't got my scorebook fixed, but we'll go ahead anyway. Ground ball.
Base hit between short and third.
Base hit for Huff.
So we've got runners at second and first now with Dalton Towery coming up. Dalton, a big double in the first inning.
Yeah, run scoring double for Dalton Towery.
That's the 5th hit of the game so far for Post 100. Garnered 14 hits in the first game this afternoon.
Out hit Mint Hill, but
14
lost
to 10.
by 1 run. And Towery then, the batter. Towery with runners at first and second, 1 out here, top of the 3rd, 4-0
We got a balk call by the home plate umpire.
Good deal.
So both runners advance a base.
Yep.
That's the second balk of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they called a balk in the earlier game today.
What did he do? I looked down.
He balked.
He balked. Yeah, that's exactly right. And Towery lifts one to center, not very deep. Could score a run, however. Shoemaker tagging up. Here he comes to throw to the plate. He will
make save.
Lucky the ball hit the mound.
You're right. It's a sac fly for Towery, his second RBI.
He was really putting them up and getting them down, wasn't he?
You're absolutely right on that. Shoemaker makes it 5-0 Cherryville. Miss Sparky House Drug TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard.
He was at full speed.
Yes, he was.
Dylan Harris, the batter. Dylan popped up the third baseman in the first inning to end the first inning.
And Harris will bat here with 2 out and runners at second base. Number 22, right-handed hitter Dylan Harris takes a strike. Danny, I got to ask you about that first inning.
Okay.
I hope you weren't going to ask me about the balk.
Okay.
No, I got to ask you about the first inning because I scored it different than you.
Okay.
I corrected my book to match yours, but I'm not sure which one of us was right. I know I had one big mistake. Well,
I could be wrong.
I had a mistake right there.
Well, Danny's got the white out.
Yeah, and it's helped.
Right
It's
here.
helped me a lot.
Right there it is.
What's our count? 1-1.
1-1. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, folks, you're seeing Ghost in the picture right now. Where
Glare off the.
well, we got
windows.
the lights in here and the windows are tinted, so it's almost like a mirror.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if we can cut a couple of them off. Well, you
there's
should
some
dust them
ghosts.
real good there.
There's some ghost. It's Halloween. 1-1, and the pitch. Grounder to shortstop. Shear. Throw in time, and a 6-3 ground out will end it for Cherryville.
We'll end it, but not before Cherryville Post 100 scores 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base.
All right, the top of the third, Billy Rowland State Farm Insurance third inning.
If you want to be treated like family, stop by the drugstore in Lincoln and Vale or Boger City, and you will get just that. The drugstore is locally owned and operated. George and his staff take great pride in giving all their customers fast, efficient, quality customer service. They can help you with any prescription or home health care need you may have. Find them on Facebook or at tdspharmacies.com. The drugstore would like to welcome you to their family.
Pennzoil is not just oil, it's Pennzoil. Choose from Pennzoil High Mileage Vehicle or Pennzoil Conventional or Pennzoil Platinum. The Pennzoil High Mileage Vehicle continuously cleans and protects engines with over 75,000 miles, helping reduce leaks and oil consumption while helping to keep your higher mileage engine clean to maintain responsiveness. Ask for Pennzoil High Mileage Vehicle. Available at Fastway Oil Change, 630 South Lafayette Street, Shelby. Pennzoil, not just oil, it's Pennzoil.
Haley, do you take the color Crouching Tiger 4022 to cherish every day?
I do.
And Crouching Tiger 4022, do you take Haley's wall for as long as you match her decor?
I do.
You may now check out.
Find your soul paint at Ace. We'll help with the harmonious color palette of Clark & Kensington Paint and Primer in One, exclusively at Ace, the helpful place.
Clark Kensington Paint, found at your local Ace Hardware store. Ferguson's Ace Hardware, Highway 150 East in Cherryville.
All right, welcome back. Milton Baker, Danny Yeager, Kevin Hastings, Dustin Day, Steve Roberts in the studio. Where we at, Danny?
We're in the bottom of the third. Number 8 batter, first baseman Rashad Webster, has a 0-1 pitch.
All right.
0-1 count on him. Time call by Webster.
We're also at Independence High School at Mint Hill.
And we're in the bottom of the Billy Rowland State Farm Insurance third inning. It's 5-0 Cherryville. 4 runs in the first and 1 more in the top of the third. And just for the record, Danny's book was correct. I really screwed up my book in the first inning. And the pitch is a ball.
Two ball, I believe, 1 strike on the leadoff batter for Mint Hill here in the bottom of the third. Rashad Webster.
The 1-1 pitch from high. Ooh,
Almost.
that hit him?
It
It did.
hit him. Yeah.
Hit him on the shoulder, left shoulder. Webster hit by a pitch. We didn't have a batter at all even come close to being hit in the earlier game today. And we've had Huff hit for Cherryville and now Webster hit for Mint Hill. So the leadoff batter on, that brings up Chase Shuford, second baseman. Shuford starting pitcher in Game 3 earlier today. We're playing a doubleheader here tonight because of the rain out last night here and the urgency to get these games in by Monday if necessary.
Got to be done by tomorrow night.
And the pitch is a ball to Shuford. Cherryville came in today with a 2-0 lead. Mint Hill winners in game 3, the 4 o'clock game today, in 11 innings, 10-9. Walk-off homer in the bottom of the 11th by Shearer. Cherryville leading here in game 4.
Pop up.
And I think
go
it's going
foul,
out of play there. So 1-1 on Shuford. And Cherryville leading 5-0 here in the bottom of the Billy Roland State Farm Insurance 3rd inning. And Braun is going to catch. Who's he going to catch?
Number 7.
7 is
Greg Owens.
Greg Owens, just getting loose down there in the bullpen. Braun, who pitched latter innings of the first game today.
You know, the Post 100 got 3 quality catchers in Hunter Jackson, Brandon Alexander, and Derek Braun. I think Derek Braun caught maybe every game for West Lincoln this year.
And the count is 2-1 on Shuford. Runner at first, nobody out for Mint Hill. High on the mound for Cherryville. Throw to first. Back in is Webster. Webster was picked off in the earlier game today when he slid back in and had his hand on the first baseman's foot.
Yeah.
And was tagged out by Shoemaker over there.
Yeah, that's it. And in the 2nd inning, sure was.
The pitch, bunt, and it's going to be high fielding, underhand toss to Shoemaker to get the batter Shuford.
But the sacrifice is successful, and we'll go back to the top of the order where Malachi Haynes, the right fielder, will come to bat. He grounded out to the second baseman in the top of the 1st.
Down to second, Webster on the sacrifice bunt. So 5-1 score. Mint Hill runner in scoring position for Haynes. With 1 out here. Bottom of the 3rd. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 on Haynes.
He don't need nothing to trying to say.
Yeah,
he gets the most out of his swings.
That's right.
Gosh.
All or nothing on that swing.
About comes out of his uniform.
Left-handed batter is Haynes. Pitch from high. It is a ball. 1-1. Malachi Haynes is just graduated at Butler High School.
And we'll be going to play football and baseball at Catawba College.
Yeah, foul ball. First base side. 1-2 on Malachi Haynes. Webster down at second, taking his time to get back to the base. One-two count on Haynes now. Looked to second by high, and the pitch fouled it off. Just about had to hit that one off the plate.
Dylan Harris at 3rd. Shortstop's Brad Huff. Second baseman's Caleb Nairn. Over at first base, Tyler Shoemaker. Brandon Alexander behind the plate. Cameron High on the mound.
And High steps off.
Our outfielders are Cody Dellinger in right, Josh Beam in center, Dalton Towery in left.
All right, the 1-2 again to Haynes here. We got time again. High and Alexander can't get together. Or
somebody needs a watch out there. Everybody keeps calling time.
Cameron's not in any hurry. He steps off.
Again. And he and Alexander just can't get together, and Alexander going out there and say, "What's up, man?" I don't know how much they really work together this year.
It's-
You know, Jackson's calling the
that's
majority
true.
of the games.
That's
These
right.
guys went to separate high schools.
Yeah.
Alexander at Burns, High at West Lincoln.
Well, every time I've ever pitched, Milton, one's been fastball and two's curve, so I would pass that.
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
can't
but this,
get it.
yeah, but this is 2013. They've changed that.
Yeah. Well, there's something going on because they had to talk to each other about it.
Sure did.
And the pitch is low ball 2.
Boy, this has really slowed down to snail's pace now.
Two pitch coming up. And it is swung on and missed. Finally for strike 3 and out number 2.
And that will bring up the center fielder, David Marvin. David flied out to right field. His first time up in the first inning. Plus 100 is still up in the game here. Bottom of the third. They lead 5-0.
Marvin, right-handed batter. With 2 out now and a runner at second. Pitch from high. A strike called.
Cameron should be strong, not having pitched in, gosh, maybe a week.
The 0-1 pitch coming up here. And it is a ball.
Still got Gray Goins in the bullpen. Long tossing right now.
And the pitcher steps off again. 1-1's the count on the batter, David Marvin, with Logan Shearer on deck. 2 out now. And the pitch from high. Ground ball to shortstop. Huff's got it cleanly. Throw in time, and that'll do it for Mint Hill in the Billy Roland State Farm Insurance 3rd inning.
Some of the
Golf carts are the specialty at R&M Motors in Cherryville. No matter where you live, it's well worth the drive to R&M Motors in Cherryville for your custom-made golf carts. Prices start at only $18.50, and all carts come with a 30-day warranty. Come see the selection today. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturdays 8:30 till 2. And be sure to check out R&M Pawn and Trade and R&M Motor Tire and Automotive Care, all located on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway, 1 mile outside of Cherryville. Call 704-445-0103.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Your Train Comfort Specialist is Roland Black Heated and Cooling. Call 704-865-1375. Roland Black Heated and Cooling.
It's hard to stop a train.
Mention this radio ad and take $1 off each bag of Neutrina feed you purchase from St. Ace Hardware in Lincoln. Offer good for Neutrina River Run dog food, starting at $17.99 for a 50-pound bag. Also good on Neutrina Country Feeds layer pellets, starting at $13.49 for a 50-pound bag. And Neutrina Wrangler horse feed in pellet or sweet, starting at $8.99 for a 50-pound bag. And mention this radio ad and get $1 off each bag you purchase. St. Ace Hardware, Highway 150 West, 27 intersection in Lincoln.
All right, Cody Dellinger will lead it off for Cherryville in the top of the 4th, up 5-0. Strike called.
Cody 2 for 2. Milton with a run scored. Had a good night.
Left-handed hitter for Cherryville, Dellinger. And the pitch is a strike, 0-2 on Cody. Caleb Nairn and Josh Beam due to follow the 1, 2, 3 spots in the order. Wind the pitch from Eisenbath. A ball. And the pitch. Ground ball, third baseman. Scooped up. Throw a little low. First baseman got his foot back on the bag for the putout. Dellinger out 5-3. That'll bring up Naren.
Yeah. Eisenbach, that's on the mound now, was a starting pitcher in game 1. He went 7 1/3 innings. He took the loss. Gave up 7 hits, 4 runs. Did not strike out anybody in that game. Walked 2.
Pitch to Naren. Ball 1.
Caleb popped up to third and then put down a sacrifice bunt.
And the pitch, ground ball. First baseman fields it. He'll underhand the toss to Eisenbath. 3-1 to put out on Naren. 2 up, 2 down for Cherryville in the 4th, and brings up Josh Beam.
Josh, a base on balls and a ground out to the first baseman. His 2 plate appearances tonight. A left-handed batter. Recent graduate of Burns High School in Lawndale.
The pitch. Strike 1. Left-handed hitter Josh Beam. In the top of the 4th, 5-0 Cherryville, 2 out, nobody on, and the pitch swung on and missed. High, the pitcher on deck for Cherryville, but 2 out. The pitch. Down low. 1-2 to Beam.
Cameron High on deck. Got a feeling it'll take more than 5 runs to win this ball game.
Yeah. I mean, that first game.
Wow.
Well, it's different pitchers, but it's different pitchers, different game. You never know.
This is a 2 at-bat game right now.
Yeah.
2 swings, and this game's back tied, or Mint Hill's leading the way they hit in the first game.
1-2 pitch. And it's a foul ball, first base side. Still 1-2 on Beam.
Unless, hey, Cameron might throw a 9 in a shutout today.
You never know. That's right. He's capable.
Yeah.
Josh Beam, left-handed hitter, waits the 1-2 again from Eisenbath. And it is ball 2.
He was the Southern Piedmont 1A, 2A Player of the Year, right?
That's right. Yes, sir.
Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out. A pitch. And it's in the dirt. 3-2.
Does seems like it has slowed down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Got dark. Everybody started getting tired. We've been out here since 3 o'clock. We've been here 6 hours.
Yeah.
And the 3-2 pitch. High fly ball, right field. Right fielder back to the wall.
Good catch.
And hauled it in.
Wow. So in the top of the 4th for post 100, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Give it a ride.
Mm-hmm. All right. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 5-0 Cherryville. Mr. Sparky, Hauser Drug, TRT Trailer Sales Scoreboard.
Trailers for hauling livestock, motorcycles and cars. You'll find dump trailers, utilities, and landscaping trailers. You'll find racing trailers with finished interiors, plus the tag-along and gooseneck trailers, insulated trailers with departments and front-end packages. Call toll-free at 1-877-279-7465 or visit the website, trtrailersales.com. $500 off. $500 off any Big Dog X-Series 4 from Western Sales and Bell. Bringing the ad from this week's Walk-Up Shopper and take $500 off any Big Dog X-Series 4. These motors feature a big 26 horsepower Gallus hockey engine and big 52-inch cut. But that's not all. Bringing the spin ad in the Walk-Up Shopper and take $50 off any Cascade Tiller in stock Women have 5 more to start. Only for Western 12. Work in Highway 18 North at the Highway 27 intersection in Vail.
All right, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the fourth here. 5-0 Cherryville, and Mint Hill batters coming up are Shearer, Simmons, and Eisenbath, the big three in the 3, 4, and 5 spots.
They're 1 for 3 in their plate appearances so far. Shearer with a single.
Number 10, Logan Shearer.
First game they did the damage big time to Cherryville.
Sure did.
In the 10-9, 11 inning victory.
Reckon they wore themselves out.
Well, you never know. Here's Shearer, base hit in the first inning with 2 out. He was left at first base. And the pitch is a ball.
Cameron Hine, thus far, going into the bottom of the fourth, has just given up only 1 hit, and that was with the batter Shearer that's batting now.
The 1-0 pitch is ball 2.
Cameron pitching him kind of carefully. I would.
High. Look now, the pitch. And the 2-0 is a fastball for a strike. 2-1. The wind and the pitch from High is ball 3. 3-1 to count on Logan Shearer.
Who we got in the bullpen for post 100? Can you see the number?
I can't see now. Too dark. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Rare miss by Shearer.
Yeah, he does.
He don't miss many.
You don't see him swing through any type of pitch and miss.
3-2 count on Logan Shearer, leading off for Mint Hill in the bottom of the fourth. 5-0 Cherryville. Must-win game for Mint Hill. And he struck him out.
Swing and a miss. Wow.
Go Cameron High.
And that will bring up the cleanup batter, third baseman Matt Simmons. Matt went down swinging in his first plate appearance in the first inning, left-handed batter.
All right, so Simmons, left-handed batter, steps up against High for the second time in this game. And the pitch is ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss.
Cameron High's pitch must have a little movement on it.
Mm-hmm.
They're struggling to catch up with it this inning.
Matt Simmons, third baseman, left-handed batter, steps in. 1-1 pitch from High is a ball low. 2-1 count. Wind in the pitch. And he went around.
Sure did.
Tried to hold up. 2-2 on Simmons.
Simmons did get 1 hit in the first game this afternoon. Scored 2 runs.
It's a 2-2 pitch. A ball.
Good stop by the catcher, Brandon Alexander. Hunter Jackson catching 11 innings in that first game, getting a rest.
3-2 coming up here to Matt Simmons. And his bat just went flying out of his hands as he fouled the pitch off.
He did. The bat went behind first base in the foul territory against the fence. First base coach from Mint Hill retrieving it.
Yeah. So Simmons will get his bat back. And it'll still be 3-2 with one out, nobody on. Bottom of the fourth here. Cherryville leading Mint Hill 5-0.
On deck batter, give him a little Brillo pad or something.
Something for the handle. Rubbing it down there. He says, "Thank you very much."
One out in the inning. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Post 100 up 5-0 on Mint Hill.
And the umpire says, play ball. 3-2 pitch. And here's a pop fly. Deep center, right center fielder over and makes the catch for out number 2.
From our perspective here in the press box, it looks to be dark out there. But I reckon
I can't get out of my mind they're playing in the dark.
It must be the plexiglass.
It is the tinted glass.
Yeah.
It just feels like you're playing in the dark out there.
The batter for Mint Hill will be the pitcher, Dalton Eisenbath. Big right-handed batter.
Big man from game 1
today,
game 3 of the series.
7 RBIs, is that right, Milton?
Yes,
7
indeed.
RBIs, 2 home runs.
Including a grand slam.
Yeah.
And the pitch is ball 1.
I was going to ask our PA guy, Ron Brown, beside us, has he been doing this all year long? For the last 2 years, he's been doing what he done today for this Mint Hill team.
1-0 pitch. Check swing. Called strike. Sort of flinched at it. 1-1 to count. 2 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Nobody on for VFW Post 4059. And it's ball 2 outside. 2-1. Steve Roberts packed supper when he came to the station this afternoon.
Or he had a delivery made.
Yeah, there's places around that'll deliver. 3-1.
Our good Samaritan came by, and took care of him.
Used to do that back in the good old days.
That's right.
People would bring you something to eat when it snowed and stuff.
Yeah.
The pitch. And it's ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Eisenbath brings up Blaylock.
Blaylock 0 for 4 and a base on balls in the first game this afternoon.
Went down swinging in inning number 2 today.
Blaylock, the catcher, caught 11 innings in the first game and behind the plate here in the second game today.
All right, Blaylock, the right-handed batter, is ready to go here. And the pitch, a ball. Blaylock, catcher in game 1, called 11 innings. Starting catcher here. Game 2 of the day. Game 4 of the series. Cherryville leads series 2-1. And the pitch, foul back.
That looks like Hunter Jackson down there just tossing with somebody in the bullpen. Number 19.
Yeah, I mean, just staying loose.
He's staying loose.
Jackson may be called into action as a pinch hitter or for defensive purposes maybe later in this game. The pitch is ball 2. 2-1 on Blaylock.
2 outs in the inning. Eisenbach at first base.
The pitch. Foul back. Count 2-2 on Blaylock. 2-2 pitch in the second inning. He struck out swinging on. See what happens here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 1 on for Mint Hill, trailing bottom of the 4th, 5-0.
Getting close to your bedtime, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't get my Sunday afternoon nap, that's for sure. Steve agrees. The 2-2 pitch. Little bouncer back to the pitcher. High barehands it. Throw to first in time. 1-3 the put out on Blaylock, and that is all for the 4th.
For Mint Hill in the bottom of the 4th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base.
All right, we go to the 5th inning. 5-0 Cherryville on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard.
Most people don't think electricity in their home. Wait colors mean the power's out, something's smoking, or something's not working. That's Rusty Wise of Mr. Sparky, America's on-time electrician. And Rusty, I've got this new widescreen TV. Can you guys help me with this? Yes, we can actually mount the TV, install the mount, install the HDMI cable.
In the nation, they go by Guardian, Lifesaver, and Friend. At Nationwide Insurance, we just call them agents. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation that cares.
Nationwide is on your side.
Your Nationwide insurance agent in Cherryville is Sandy Cunningham Nationwide Insurance, 1608 East Church Street. Call 704-445-1990.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio, subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Since 1900, the Stamey Funeral Home in Fallston has been serving the families of our area with the finest in funeral service. In 1998, the Tysinger family began to serve the families of the Cherryville community, and today are a proud member of that community, providing services with dignity and respect. Caring for your family like our own, that's their slogan. Come talk with manager Pete Kraft about the services they provide at the Stamey Cherryville Funeral Home, 405 North Dixie Street in Cherryville. The cars.
All right, welcome back. Milton Baker, Danny Aker, Kevin Hastings, Dustin Day, and back at the studios, Steve Roberts. Our video tonight on ktcbroadcasting.com. Radio on WLON, WCSL, and WOHS as Shelby Post 82 waiting.
They're waiting
for the next series to start.
They'll be taking on the hot, run-scoring, hard-hitting Hickory Ball Club on Tuesday night at Cuter Stadium, Veterans Field.
And Lincoln County awaits the winner of this series.
You know, Lincoln County outscored Caldwell County 41-16. 41-16 and swept them. Swept Caldwell County.
The next round, the winner of the next round secures himself a spot in the state tournament.
They sure do.
Doesn't matter what happens in the Area 4 finals.
No.
Because both teams would go anyway.
Leading off will be the pitcher, Cameron High, 4-post 100 here in the top of the 5th inning.
And the first pitch to High, a strike.
Cameron has shut out this hard-hitting Mint Hill team through 4 innings, giving up a single in the first inning, and that's it so far.
And the pitch is low. 1-1 strike on High. Top of the 5th here. 5-0 Cherryville scoring 4 runs in the first inning. 1 more in the third. And ground ball to third base.
The human vacuum cleaner over there.
And he throws and caught on the 1 hop over there at first base. Good job.
He catches the ball. Everything comes to him. Sometimes he's not sure exactly where it's going to go when it goes to first. Usually it makes it.
It's hard to get one by him.
Yeah, it is.
Or hard to get him to make a mistake. Tyler Shoemaker had a big 2-run double in the first.
Tyler scored 2 runs himself.
Right, he walked in the third and came in to score on a sacrifice fly by Towery. Showed that blazing speed down the third base line.
That third baseman we've been talking about for Mint Hill, his name is Matt Simmons. He's had just numbers of putouts in this series.
Ball, the pitch, and what's the count?
1-1.
Okay.
Shoemaker, the bat will be followed by Brandon Alexander. Another ball.
2-1 to count. And the wind and the pitch. And it's foul ball, third base side. 2-2.
Coach Reynolds clapping his hands, giving Shoemaker some encouragement.
The pitch, and it's in the dirt.
First base coach for Post 100, David Wise. Bench coaches, Tripper Crisson, Chuck Walker, Drew Reynolds.
Here's the 3-2 to Shoemaker. Popped him up. Playable for the pitcher. And he makes the play right on the first base line, about halfway there. For out number 2. And it'll bring up Brandon Alexander, catcher in this game.
Brandon officially 0 for 2, scored the fourth run of the inning in the first inning. Reached on an error. He reaches base. He'll be followed by a hot-hitting Brett Huff.
And the pitch popped him up. And again, will it be the pitcher or catcher? Catcher that time. Okay.
Bumped up to the catcher, and that'll end the top of the field for Post 100. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base.
All right. 4.5 in the books, and it's still 5-0 Cherryville. Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard.
Your reasons for a personal loan are as individual as you are. As a community bank, we understand that. We're the bank with the focus on service. So we'll help you design a loan plan that fits your needs and your budget. Talk to us about your personal reasons for a personal loan. First National Bank, hometown banking since 1874. Member FDIC.
Hauser Drug Store on the corner in downtown Cherryville has been Cherryville's hometown pharmacy since 1935, and they know you by name. For durable medical equipment such as wheelchairs, oxygen, walkers, CPAPs and BiPAPs, lift chairs, and diabetic supplies too, like strips and lancets. Hauser Drug bills Medicare and most all private insurances. And does your pharmacy make home deliveries? Hauser Drug in Cherryville does. It's service after the sale.
Good luck to Post 100 Baseball from Hauser Drug.
For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it's Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. Now open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday. Try their all-you-can-eat pancake special. All you can eat for only $3.99 every day. And don't forget about the big Sunday lunch specials. Every day is a great day to eat at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Call 704-276-1155 for all of your catering needs too.
A lot of people are switching to natural gas lately because natural gas appliances cost a lot less to operate than those using propane or electricity. In fact, a typical family could save up to $1,000 a year just by switching from propane to natural gas. But that's not all. To learn more about natural gas and to find out how much money you could save by switching, visit psncenergy.com/choosegas. That's psncenergy.com/choosegas. Natural gas from PSNC Energy, making everyday life better.
Game today, and takes a strike from Cameron High.
As I mentioned earlier, Cameron is in the fifth inning, the bottom of the fifth, and gave up a single in the first, and that's it so far.
The pitch popped him out of play.
Doing exactly what Coach Reynolds has asked him to do.
Yep, he's
take us to round 3,
Yeah.
semifinals.
A win will do just that.
Yeah.
We're in the bottom of the fifth here at Independence High School. Game 4 of the series. A win gives the series to Cherryville, and backs against the wall. Must win again for Mint Hill.
Got a big scout out here in the bleachers.
Who's that?
Head coach for the Lincoln County Cardinal, Bruce
okay.
Bowley.
Okay.
He's got a clipboard with him, too.
1-2 on Bancroft. And the pitch, foul back. Still 1-2 to the leadoff man here in the fifth for Mint Hill. Nathan Bancroft, Rashad Webster, and Chase Shuford due to follow.
You know, coming over here and prior to this afternoon, we knew that this ball club was not going to lay down. I mean, they're a good ball club. Talking about Mint Hill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
of course they're playing a good ball club.
Fight back in Cherryville. I tell you, Cherryville in that first game today fought back
from a
several
4-0
8-4, then 9-6 or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
they were down by 4 a couple times and 3 one time. Swing and a miss. Foul tip caught by the catcher actually for out number 1 on Bancroft, and brings up Webster.
Yeah, he was hit by a pitch in the third inning.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I keep mentioning how well this post 100 teams are swinging the bat. Even though they've lost the 10-9 game in 11 innings, they out-hit Mint Hill 14-10 in the game 1 this afternoon.
And it's ball 1.
Going into today's first game, each team had 20 hits apiece in the previous 2 games. So they're good hitting ball clubs, both these ball clubs.
1-0 pitch, a strike. 2-1 strike on Rashad Webster. He's the first baseman in this game. Wind a pitch from high. Popped him up. Chance for Shoemaker maybe. No. Runs out of room over there on the first base side.
Good effort by Tyler. Banging into the fence.
It's just low enough that he might just flip over if he hits it full blast.
That's right. And land in the...
it's about waist high.
Where the gnats are at.
Yeah.
Hadn't seen too much of the players swatting him.
No, when the game began we did, but later on this night has fallen here. I guess
well,
the gnats have gone to bed.
How many did you kill here in the
I was
press
1
box?
for 2 in the gnat killing department here in the press box.
Time called by Webster. Back in play now.
That's 1-2, or the 1-2 pitch. Bounces in there, 2-2. That's 500, by the way, in the gnat killing department. I didn't, and that was in the first game. I didn't get an award at all in the post-game show.
Well, they opened the windows on each side. We air conditioned in here, but they got both windows open.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but we've been comfortable.
It's okay.
I mean, yeah.
2-2 on Webster. And the pitch. Pop fly left side, and Towery can't get that one.
Runner goes to second. That will be a double, and High coming over to occupy third base. We had the shortstop, third baseman, left fielder trying to catch that ball, but Dalton Towery couldn't reach it. That will be a double. Milton's having a hard time to see him from the left side.
Yeah, and Shuford, the batter, then with a one-out double by Webster. Tower doing all he could, trying to make a sliding catch that time, and it bounced in for the hit. And
yeah, he's shaking it off a little bit. He banged himself up just a little bit. He's okay though.
And here's a ground ball to shortstop Huff. Hold a runner at second, throw to first, and he pulls him off, but he tagged him on the way down the line.
Wow.
Shoemaker, good job filling it and putting the tag on Shuford. That was a 6-3 put out for round number 2.
Good job for Brett Huff for holding that runner at second base.
And it brings up the top of the order, Malachi Haynes. Haynes, the left-handed batter, 0 for 2 in this game. It's the bottom of the 5th. 2 out and a runner second for Mint Hill. Cherryville leads 5-0. The pitch from Cameron High. Swing and a miss.
What's that up here in the sky?
Oh, that's the moon.
Yep.
How many times in the last couple of weeks have you seen the moon at night?
I hadn't seen the sun a lot.
Yeah. Moon shining.
2 outs in the inning. Rashad Webster, the runner at second base for Mint Hill.
And the 0-1 from Cameron High. The ball. One and one count on Haynes. Here comes set. And the pitch. Popped out of play.
Foul back over the fence behind home plate. Malachi batting in the number 1 slot for Mint Hill.
Right fielder, left-handed batter. 1-2 count with 2 out, and Webster at second. The pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. Side retired.
And for the Mint Hill team in the bottom of the 5th, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base.
All right, we go to the 6th on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard. It remains Cherryville 5, Mint Hill 0. Back in a moment.
Where can you get the highest quality in electrical service at a price that you can afford? From Dellinger Electric of Cherryville. Gary Dellinger invites you to give them a call for a quote on your commercial or residential electrical needs. Call 704-435-0705. No matter the job, Dellinger Electric of Cherryville can handle it. They feature weekend and holiday service. So before you pay an extraordinary price for an ordinary electrical job, call on Dellinger Electric of Cherryville, 704-435-0705.
When the septic tank backs up, Dennis Willis Septic Service in Cherryville is the name to remember. Dennis Willis services, repairs, and installs all types of septic tanks. They have pump-out tanks, too. Call Dennis Willis for septic tank service at 704-435-2326. Again, that's 704-435-2326 for professional, fair, and honest work from a name you've trusted for years. Dennis Willis Septic Tank Service of Cherryville. Again, that's 704-435-2326. The voice of Woody Durham calling the Hills games brought bright smiles to the faces of Tar Heel fans everywhere. Dr. John L. Cloninger III of Lincoln will brighten your smiles with professional cosmetic dentistry and smile enhancement procedures for everyone. Even Duke fans will smile at the work of this Tar Heel. The office of Dr. John L. Cloninger III is located at 904 Doncha Drive. For an appointment, call 704-735-0765. That's 704-735-0765. And John III says best wishes to all high school athletes.
Shortstop, right-handed hitter, first pitch swinging, foul ball, third base side, down the line, and it's 0-1 to Huff. Towery on deck.
Yeah, Brett. I just looked. Brett graduated this June from West Lincoln High School, and I'm not sure where he's going to college. But he's going to go play baseball for somebody, but I can't remember.
Let's see, maybe I have it on this
you may have it on
sheet
that.
here. This counts 0-1. It says here he's going to Lenore Ryan.
All right. Oh, that's a hard hit ball to center field, deep center field. It will be caught right close to the fence by the center fielder, David Marvin, for the first out of the top of the 6th.
Flirted with a home run in that same direction in the first game today and got it over the center fielder's head for a double, and this time caught out there for out number 1, and they'll bring up Dalton Towery.
Dalton 1 for 2 with a double, and double and flied out to center his last time up.
Ball 1. I think the umpire got something in his eye that time.
I believe he did.
Not that he missed a call. I'm just saying he took his mask off right quick and wiped his eye. Serious about it. I think something flew in his eye. Here's a ground ball, base hit for Towery.
Right by the third baseman and to the right of the shortstop for Dalton Towery's second hit of the game, Milton.
Sure did. And so Towery, a one-out single here for Cherryville. Cherryville scoring 4 runs in the first inning, adding 1 more in the Billy Roland State Farm Insurance third inning. 5 Rocky Bennett runs for Cherryville, 0 runs for Mint Hill to this point. Top of the 6th here.
Number 9 batter for Post 100 will be Dylan Harris, 0 for 2 tonight.
And a pitch high to Harris.
Cody Dowler on deck, has 2 hits tonight.
And the pitch, ball 2. 2-0 the count. And the pitch, ground ball, third baseman. Scoops it up, goes to second, 5-4, and the throw from the second baseman
goes way
over the head of the first baseman, and Harris will have to hold up there at first base. Almost went out of the ballpark.
Sure did. So Harris will reach on a fielder's choice, and we'll go to the top of the lineup for Cody Dellinger, 2 for 3 tonight.
Yep. Dellinger with 2 out and a runner at first.
Thought maybe for a minute that ball was going over the fence there, and and Harris would
go to second.
Second base, but it hit the top of the fence and stayed in play.
Yeah, took a good bounce back, good Mint Hill bounce back to the fielder. And the pitch to Dellinger is in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch.
Cody,
strike call.
We're in game 4 of this series. Cody's had 6 hits thus far in the series.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. And the pitch. Low 2-1.
Eisenbach, the starting pitcher, still in the game for Mint Hill. Started the first game and took the loss.
The pitch. There's a hard shot in the hole at shortstop. Shortstop fumbles around with it, throws to second in time.
Made a good play.
Oh, my goodness. Sliding his feet out from under him in the grass, and he just picked it up and threw a ground ball to second for the putout.
That'll end the top of the 6th for Post 100. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base.
All right, so after 5.5 innings on the Mr. Sparks
Store in Cherryville is your source for auto sales and service. Stop by and see the Jenkins boys for the best deals around on pre-owned vehicles. And now you can buy used tires for only $25 each. Or mention this radio ad or clip out the What's Up Shopper ad and save $5. Plus, they do inspections and get your oil changed for only $25, including 5 quarts of oil. Let them earn your business. The Car Store, Highway 150 East in Cherryville. Call 704-435-1988. Trailers for everything, and we mean it. At TRT Trailer Sales in Lincoln, 3302 Gastonia Highway. Trailers for hauling livestock, motorcycles, and cars. You'll find dump trailers, utility, and landscaping trailers. You'll find racing trailers with finished interiors, plus the tag-along and gooseneck trailers, insulated trailers with tack compartments and 110 packages. Call toll-free at 1-877-279-7465 or visit the website, trttrailersales.com. $500 off. $500 off any Big Dog X-Series mower from West End Sales in Vail. Bring in the ad from this week's What's Up Shopper and take $500 off any Big Dog X-Series mower. These mowers feature a big 26 horsepower Kawasaki engine and a big 52-inch cut. But that's not all. Bring in the same ad in the What's Up Shopper and take $50 off any Cub Cadet tiller in stock or any Land Pride mower in stock. Only from West End Sales, 110 Highway 18 North at the Highway 27 intersection in Vail.
Mint Hill, David Marvin, second man in the order. Marvin, Shearer, and Simmons. First pitch, a strike from Cameron High. What we got? Got a pinch hitter?
Yeah, there we go. Marvin, no, we're good.
Okay.
Marvin 0 for 2 tonight.
All right, the pitch, 0-1, is lifted to shallow right center for a base hit by Marvin.
Just out of the reach of the second baseman, Naren.
Now batting shortstop, number 10.
That's how many hits? 3?
3 hits. 3 hits tonight.
Just the third hit for Mint Hill.
Yeah, and post 100 with 6 hits tonight.
But the sluggers are coming up here. Shearer with Simmons on deck and nobody out.
Yeah, Shearer is 1 for 2. Struck out swinging his last plate appearance.
High looks to first.
Double play would be good right here.
Throws to first. Runner gets back. My shoes come untied. I might just fall down here if I don't tie it. The pitch, swung on a missed by Shearer.
Cameron has struck out 6 thus far tonight, only walked 1 batter.
No 1 pitch from High. Upstairs. 1-1. Appreciate everybody listening in on radio, listening and watching on KTCBroadcasting.com. Milton Baker, Danny Aker, Kevin Hastings, Dustin Day here at the game, and back in the studios, Steve Roberts.
Steve putting in some overtime.
Yes, he is, and throw to first. Safe. is Marvin. Steve agrees. The beep you hear is the voice of Steve Roberts. Right. He's a robot. The pitch. And it's a ground ball. And the second baseman gets it in the hole, nothing to do with it. It's an infield single for Shearer. So Mint Hill starting to threaten here now in the bottom of the 6th. Back-to-back hits. And it'll bring up Simmons. And we're just deep enough in the hole at second baseman. Naren could only.
He made a good play on it, but
stop it. Yeah.
He had to eat it more or less.
Couldn't get it. Couldn't get anybody out at second there. Couldn't get the man out at second. So brings up Simmons then.
Simmons.
Mint Hill, big chance here now.
Simmons, a left-handed batter. He's officially 0 for 2.
And this is a drive. This one is going to make it a. He caught it off the wall. How about that? That was just feet from getting out of here. Just feet from getting out of here. Runner at second tagged up, went to third.
He did. I don't think he caught it.
Wait a minute. The batter believes himself to be out. You got runners on the corners. And a deep fly out to center.
It wasn't. Okay.
So it's a fly out for Simmons. It allows Marvin to tag up and go to third. And yeah.
Josh Beam made a super catch of that baseball.
Yes, he did. And I for all the life, I thought that one was out of here, folks.
Too.
I started to say it's going to make it a 2-run game.
That'll bring up
almost
Dalton,
had the words out of my mouth.
Dalton Eisenbath, the pitcher.
If that fence is 360, as we believe it is.
He hit it 359 and a half.
And a half. Yes. Ball 1 to Eisenbath.
I thought maybe he trapped it against the fence, but no, he caught it.
Mm-hmm. Not much of an argument by anybody. Runners on the corners, 1 out now. Bottom of the 6th, Cherryville 5-0. But Mint Hill threatening. And the pitch is swung on and missed by Eisenbath. 1-1. 1 down.
Probably
2 on.
Maybe the most dangerous hitter I've seen maybe this year in American Legion Baseball is the
it'd be a close 1-2
Him
for
and
him
Sheriff.
and Sheriff.
Yeah.
And fouled off. And I don't think anybody else really close from
No.
what I've seen.
No.
Just the 2 games I've done,
No.
and especially today. Well, this will be the 3rd game I've done in the series. Shearer Friday night had the 1 hit, but it was a grand slam. In the first game today, he had 2 home runs, and Eisenbach 2 home runs, one of them a grand
right.
slam. Or a grand slam, whichever you prefer. 1-2 is the count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Big strikeout right there.
Oh, yes.
Big strikeout. So that's runners at first and third with 2 outs. And we'll bring up Zach Blaylock, the catcher. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout.
So Blaylock with 2 down now, and Mint Hill a runner at third and a runner at first. Down 5-0, bottom of the 6th.
See if Cameron High can work his way out of trouble here in the bottom of the 6th.
And the pitch, a strike call.
Kind of fooled the batter. Kind of flinched on it.
Umpire Clint Lawson. Here in the 4th game of the series. Plate umpire. First base is Gary Keller. Third base is Seth Keener. Foul back.
One strike away from
getting out of the jam here.
That's right.
Or as the late Skip Carey would say, getting out of the soup. Oh, and 2, I hadn't done Skip Carey in so long, I don't think I can do it anymore.
Yeah, you could.
I'll have to practice.
It's like riding a bicycle. You could do it.
I don't know.
No balls and 2 strikes on the batter, Blaylock, right-handed batter.
0-2 pitch. Bounced in there. Good.
And the runner goes to second.
Anyway.
Alexander just held the ball. Wasn't no use of throwing it down.
Yeah.
He wouldn't never have had him.
1-2 the count on Blaylock. But Alexander blocking that one up kept that runner at third base. Cameron scoring.
Cameron Hyde be good if he could kind of throw one in the dirt and waste one right here and see if he'll go for it. He did.
1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. And he strikes out the last 2 of the inning.
In the bottom of the 6th for Mint Hill, no runs. They did have 2 hits and no errors and 2 runners left on base.
At B&B Buildings, we've got your storage and workshop needs covered. Wood buildings, metal buildings, and playsets are available with easy rent-to-own terms available. Garages, carports, and pole barns are also available with financing available on approved credit. We currently have several factory markdowns and repos available in both the storage buildings and swing sets. Markdowns range from 5 to 20% off. So come by and see the friendly folks at B&B Buildings and finish your shopping here. 2104 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby and 2261 Lincoln Highway in Cherryville.
And they lived happily ever after.
Thanks, Mom.
Good night, honey.
Good night.
This moment is brought to you by Bennett Insurance Group, your local Erie insurance agent. For affordable insurance coverage in Cherryville, call Rocky at Bennett Insurance Group at 704-435-0271 and see how you can save. Bennett Insurance Group and Erie Insurance. We've got you covered. It's our true blue promise.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Billy Rowland in Lincoln can help you get to a better state, because Billy and her agents will talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Billy Rowland in Lincoln and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
In the Gospels of Matthew, Luke, and John, we are called to forgive others, and God will forgive us. I find that I can forgive others, and I can ask God to forgive me, but sometimes I find it hard to forgive myself. If you are struggling with forgiveness, as we all do, come to Rhine Heights United Methodist Church and hear of the Lord's grace, mercy, and forgiveness. I'm inviting you to come and worship with us Sundays at 11. I am Kathy McAbee, pastor of Rhine Heights United Methodist Church, and we are located on Madison Street, just up from Betty Ross Park.
On the winner of this series, which has to be finished by tomorrow. And Danny, I wanted to ask you, Alcon Mini Storage calls the bullpen pretty good folks down there at Alcon? You know anything about them?
I do. They're absolutely wonderful people, and be sure to give them a ring. And
what's their last names?
They're Akers.
Akers,
They're
okay.
Akers. They sure are.
Here's Naren. Oh, and he's hit on the leg by the first pitch from Moore. The left-handed batter hit on the right thigh. Caleb Naren, second batter for Cherryville, hit by a pitch.
And one of the Akers there is my grandson Noah that played on the Post 100 junior team,
yep.
and they had a good year this year, and learned a lot. And some of them will be on the senior team next year from that junior team.
All right. Josh Beam, batter up. 1-0, nobody out for Cherryville. Top of the 7th, and the pitch bounced in there. Moore, the right-hander for Mint Hill, Drew Moore. There's David Keever, who's probably listening in, said he is tempted to say Drew Barrymore. Moore. Next pitch is a strike.
Moore pitched in game 1, went 1 in the 3rd. Gave up 3 runs and a hit in that game 1. Pitched in game 2.
And here's a drive by Beam, but right at the center fielder, Naren hustles back to first base. Beam gave it a good little ride there.
He did. He's Post 100 batters are putting a bat on the ball tonight. Mm-hmm. That'll bring up Cameron High. Cameron 0 for 3 tonight. Scored the second run of the game in the first inning, and has pitched a whale of a game for Post 100.
All right, so High, the right-handed hitter up for Cherryville with 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the 7th. The pitch, ball. We get to, if Cherryville gets or whoever gets to the 3rd round. How many umpires do you get in the 3rd round?
I think they're going to stay with 3. I think they're going to stay with 3, yeah.
Thought maybe you added an umpire every time. Here's 3rd down to first. Naren just got back in.
Pick off attempt from the catcher to Eisenbach.
Count is
2 balls and a strike.
I had to count 1-0 on the pitch.
Okay.
Is it 2-0?
2-0.
2-0. We can't see the pitch count on the board because it's below the fence. And here's the pitch, foul back. 2-1 now, I believe. High, the right-handed hitter waits. Naren's at first, hit by a pitch leading off this at bat. There's 1 out, and the pitch is a ball. 3-1 to Cameron High.
Tyler Shoemaker to follow. Tyler's been busy on the bases tonight. He scored 2 runs. Shoemaker, that is.
Yeah. Been a busy player today, and that pitch ends dirt ball 4. So Cameron High walks with 1 out. Puts runners first and second for Cherryville, Post 100. In the top of the 7th, and it is big Tyler Shoemaker.
Shoemaker's wearing white trousers, but they're kind of brown.
That,
He's been on the ground a lot, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's going to need to wash them in Tide. Or out Tide. It don't matter as long as he gets them clean.
There you go.
The pitch. And it's nearly thrown away. Good snare there by Blaylock.
Yeah,
He got to be wore out. He caught 11 innings earlier today here, and then now working into the 7th.
He's in his 18th inning behind the plate.
Yeah.
Since 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Well, we were told yesterday we would play 2 9-inning games today if necessary. Well, we've played one already that went 11.
11.
And the pitch bounces away. Runners will move
both
up.
runners will move up.
Mm-hmm. Wild pitch. And haven't had a lot of that in the ball game today.
Yep, no.
And it's ball 1. Is that right, on Shoemaker?
Yeah, it is.
Ball and no strikes to Tyler Shoemaker.
Shoemaker with a golden opportunity to add to the 5 runs here with a base hit. We've got time call.
9:51. Time.
Umpires asked him what time it is.
And the pitch. Foul ball. Third base
Ooh,
side.
a
Coach
wonderful
Reynolds.
catch by Coach Bobby
I'll tell you
Rose.
what, he's made some fine plays tonight.
3 for
in
4
the
for him.
Coach's box there, yeah. Not much getting by him over there. 1 for 1, 1 and 1 rather on Shoemaker, and Coach Reynolds wants to talk to Tyler Shoemaker. While he does, remind you folks, our pregame meal sponsor on American Legion Baseball throughout the year has been Pat's Drive-In, 604 West Church Street in Cherryville. And they'll be open a few hours from now.
Right. Well, you're going to be going by there, aren't you?
I'll be probably going by there about 7:30 in the morning.
Don't give me no call.
I'm not going to wake you up so you can listen to the swap shop. Unless Steve wants to do it. Steve, what do you think? No beep. No, that means no. 2 beeps is no, I guess. The pitch swung on and missed. 1 and 2 on Shoemaker.
Shoemaker took a mighty cut on that baseball.
Yes, he did. And the count is 1 and 2 to Tyler Shoemaker. And the pitch, found it back. Runners second and third for Cherryville. 1 out, leading 5-0, top of the 7th. Golden opportunity to add a couple more Rocky Bennett insurance runs here. You got Nairn at third and High at second base. 1-2 on Shoemaker here.
Brandon Alexander over taking his shin guards off on deck.
The pitch, a ball. Good snare again by Blaylock.
Yeah, Drew Moore, the pitcher for Mint Hills, struggling to get the ball anywhere close to the middle of the plate.
Charles got 2 on, but hadn't hit him. Hadn't got a hit off of him. A hit, batter, and a walk this inning. He's his own worst enemy.
Yeah, that's right.
And the pitch. There's a fly ball left side.
Base hit.
Fair ball. Here comes 1 run in to hold High up at third.
Good thing he did.
Yeah, very good thing he did. RBI single for Shoemaker.
Yeah, that was a fly ball that fell to the right of the left fielder, about 2 feet inside the foul line for a base hit.
All I could do was watch the umpire call because I blocked out by all the windows and walls and stuff. And the batter up is going to be Alexander then.
Shoemaker's third RBI.
6-0 Cherryville, another Rocky Bennett insurance run in the top of the 7th. 6-0 Cherryville. Mr. Sparky House Drug TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard, Brandon Alexander, the catcher. 0 for 3 on the day. He was our hitter of the game in Game 3 this afternoon. And it hits it at the shortstop shear. 6-4, throw to first, not in. Oh, he said he got him.
Wow.
Ooh, okay. So a double play. 6-4-3 double play hit into by Alexander will take Cherryville out of the inning.
Not before. The post 100 team will pick up 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base.
All right, going to the bottom of the 7th. 6-0 Cherryville. Mr. Sparky House Drug TRT Trailer.
Get it cranked at Phil Starter and Alternator in Cherryville. Yes, with a stop at Phil Starter and Alternator in Cherryville, you'll save time and time again. They start all the winners. They do it all at Phil Starter and Alternator in Cherryville. Starters, alternators, generators, rebuilt and repaired. located at 457 Paul H. Beam Road in Cherryville. Get it cranked and running with a visit to Phil's Starter and Alternator in Cherryville. You'll save time and time again.
Save time and time again.
Phil's Starter and Alternator, Cherryville. Super Tuesday is back at Medical Center Pharmacy on East Academy Street in Cherryville. Cheeseburgers for just 99 cents. And it's time to get your flu shots. And don't forget about the new Kids Vitamin-Free program. Pick up a free bottle of Children's Chewable Multivitamins every 30 days. Parent must come in and sign up each child for their 30-day supply. At Medical Center Pharmacy, 607 East Academy Street in Cherryville. You wouldn't want your favorite sports team to only play offense or only play defense. So when it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? Bring your home and auto insurance to Allstate now, and you can save big on both. You deserve someone that can assist you more. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands? Hey, sports fans, call Allstate agent John Brown at 704-435-1920 today.
Warm-ups. We'll take an extra 60-second on the break.
Just like you love Cherryville sports, Cherryville has a hometown skilled nursing facility that loves their work too. Peak Resources Cherryville, where caring comes to life. For a tour of Peak Resources Cherryville, call us at 704-435-6029 or just stop by. Located off Delview Road at 700 Self Street in Cherryville. And we'd love to meet you. Peak Resources Cherryville, providing exceptional nursing and rehabilitation care at Cherryville. Again, phone 704-435-6029. For Peak Resources Cherryville. Discover something for everyone at the Red Rabbit 27 shops in Lincoln. For women, you'll find handbags, sunglasses, garden decor, and more. For men, there's outdoor furniture, garden tools, saddles, boots, and chaps. For kids, check out the selection of children's clothes, doll clothes, and baby blankets too. Everyone will love the birdhouses, artwork, pottery, plants, wicker furniture, antique furniture, and jewelry too. Located on Highway 27 east of Lincoln, Red Rabbit 27 open Monday through Saturday. Call 704-240-4448.
Time for
sure did a big run.
6-0. As the 7, 8, and 9 spots are up for Mint Hill. This is Bancroft. Right-handed batter gets high, and he laces a base hit into left field on the first pitch swinging there.
So Bancroft 1 for 3, and that'll bring up the number 8 batter in the lineup. It'll be Rashad Webster. I'm sorry, Drew Moore.
Yeah, Moore came in Webster's spot. Webster was the starting first baseman. He exited the game as Moore came in on the call to the bullpen a little bit ago. Came in his spot, number 8 hole. And the coach at third base talking to his pitcher and right-handed batter Drew Moore.
David Crumps will be the runner at first base for Bancroft.
Okay. Crump is a graduate of Butler High School. And they played some of their home games at Butler, didn't they?
They did, earlier in the year, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Moore, the right-handed batter, faces High here. High steps off as Moore stepped out. As for time. We're in the bottom of the 7th. 6-0 Cherryville. And the pitch, a strike. First game of the day went 11 innings, and it was a 10-9 decision. Mint Hill, or we wouldn't be playing this game.
Walk-off home run.
Yeah, if they didn't win that game, it was over.
That's right.
Cherryville battled back throughout that first game today, game 3 of the series. Throw to first, he is safe. Just
close.
Just about got the tag put on.
Got some action
Crump
in the bullpen for post 100. Cannot tell from this vantage point who that is.
And the pitch is a strike call. 0-2 on Moore. It's not, who is it? It's not Braun again, is
Well,
it?
it
Looks like number 4.
Yeah, that's Derek Braun.
Okay.
I believe.
It's like a 4 from here.
Mm-hmm. No outs in the bottom of the 7th. Runner on first base.
And the throw this time gets away over there at first. And Crump up and running to second. Throw down, safe.
Will be an error.
E1 on the throw. And count still 0-2. Here we go with the 0-2 pitch to Moore. And it's to the second baseman. Only play will be to first. Got him there. Runner moves down to third with 1 away now.
And that will bring up the number 9 batter. Second baseman Chase Shuford, sacrifice and a ground out to short. His 2 plate appearances.
So Shuford is going to step up here. Right-handed batter for Mint Hill. 5 and 7th, 1 out, runner at third. They trail Cherryville 6-0 in a must-win game for Mint Hill. And there's a strike called on Shuford. Shuford started the first game, didn't get the decision.
No.
That went to
Patsy? Patsy,
Yeah.
Sergio Patsy.
And a pop-up. Shoemake will give chase, but it's out of play. First base side. It's 0-2 on Shuford. Shoemake, I've called them both by.
Yes, you have.
I've called Shuford a couple times tonight. It seems like when Shuford bats,
well, you've had a long,
plays always to
you've had a long
Shoemake.
afternoon, Bill.
Yeah, it's all right. And the 0-2 pitch from high popped him up. Out of play again.
Shuford just trying to punch it somewhere to the right field side to get to the first run of the game in.
Yeah, the runner at third, Bancroft, was off and running on the pitch and had to get back after that one. Goes out of play.
No balls and 2 strikes to Shuford.
And here's the pitch. Outside. 1-2 count to Chase Shuford. Shuford from Porter Ridge High School. Graduate of Porter Ridge. Going to go to Guilford. Pitch up the middle, base hit, and a run will score for Mint Hill here in the bottom of the 7th with 1 out. A single by the number 9 batter, Shuford. RBI, and it's 6-1 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. Scoring was Bancroft, who led off the inning with a base hit.
Actually, David Crump, the pitch.
Oh, that's right. Crump was running. Crump was running. That's right.
Crump will come in the game, or somebody will, in that left field spot, 1 to the 8th.
And we go to the top of the order here. Haynes.
Malachi, 0 for 3. Last 2 times up, 2 strikeouts.
And the pitch. A ball. Well, 8 outs to get here, Danny, before they do something to tie it or take the lead.
You know, Cameron's pitched a whale of a game thus far. He's in the bottom of the 7th. He could be tiring, son. We'll see.
Long day. He DH'd in the first game. And is swung on and missed by Haynes. 1-1.
David Marvin on deck. He singled his last plate appearance.
Looked first by Cameron High. The right-hander comes set. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Well, 2 hits by Mint Hill and their first run of the game in here in the bottom of the 7th. With 1 out and a runner at first, 1-2 count on the top of the order, Malachi Haynes.
Post 100 with 7 hits. Mint Hill with 5 hits.
And the pitch. Here's a ground ball. Shortstop Huff can only keep it on the infield. Base hit for Haynes. Huff kept it from getting by him, but it's a base hit. 1 out. Runners first and second for Marvin.
You're going to see maybe a pinch hitter for David Marvin. We'll see.
Let's see. Marvin is number 7. I think he's standing up there right now. Oh, they're going to put a pinch runner in. Number 24 is going to run at second base.
Number 7, Marvin.
24 here is listed as a coach.
Coach, I know.
Not sure who he is wearing the white shirt tonight. Simpkins, did he say? Connor Simpkins listed on our sheet as number 8. He is obviously wearing number 24 then. Connor Simpkins running at second base for Shuford. Here's the pitch to Marvin. Strike called. 3 hits in the inning for Mint Hill, 1 out. And a run in, 6-1. Cherryville lead cut to 5. And the pitch, a ball. 0-1 to count, or excuse me, 1-1 to count on Marvin. A lot of chatter from underneath the press box here, the dugout for Mint Hill. 1-1 pitch, lifted to left field, but foul.
Just a loud foul ball.
Yeah. 1-2 on David Marvin.
3 hits by Mint Hill here in the bottom of the 7th. They pushed 1 run across.
They only had, 4 hits coming into the inning?
That's right. They sure did.
And there's only 1 out here. Runners first and second, and the 1-2 pitch on Marvin with Shearer on deck. And the pitch outside, 2-2. Mint Hill's big chance right here. Got the big guns coming up. Unless Marvin hits into a double play. 2-2 from high. And the pitch, ball 3. 3-2 the count.
Cameron Hine in a dangerous situation right here.
Very much so.
Need to get this batter right here.
3-2 pitch to David Marvin. And it is ball 4. So the bases are loaded for Shearer. And he is coming to bat here for Mint Hill in the bottom of the 7th, 1 out. Well, a long ball here. Cherryville still with
the 1
have a
run
lead, but maybe they can take care of Shearer.
Here comes Coach Room. We got a timeout.
Yeah, and Shearer is 2 for 3 on the night. We got a timeout. Will we have an Alcon mini storage call to the bullpen? We'll wait and see here as Coach Reynolds comes to the mound in a key part of this ball game with Logan Shearer, the big.
Cherryville Post 100 Baseball is being brought to you in part by Gatsa Marble. The Gatsa Marble family would like to personally thank all the dedicated firefighters and emergency service personnel for their efforts in their recent fire. They'd like to also thank all of their family, friends, and customers for their continued support and loyalty. Gatsa Marble is proud to announce they're still able to handle all your marble needs and that their business will remain in Cherryville. Gatsa Marble, located at 121 R&S Access Road in Cherryville. Phone 704-445-1660 or visit their website at gatsamarble.com.
You're, like you said, 2 for 3.
Getting your lucky seat. Wear your lucky hat.
Dangerous batter right here for Cameron High.
All right, Shearer with bases loaded and 1 out. What you didn't want to see. Ever.
No.
Ever. 2 grand slams in the series for Mint Hill. One of them by Logan Shearer on Friday night.
Cameron deciding to go from the stretch.
The pitch. A ball. 1-0 on Shearer. One ball, no strikes to count. And the pitch from High. And that's a strike called.
Low in the strike zone where he's going to have to keep it.
Sure.
Like it might have been just a little off the corner of the plate, but High got the call.
Needs a big out here. Big time away. Steps off Cameron High. Pressure packed situation. Logan Shearer with a count of 1-1. 1 out, bases loaded. Bottom of the 7th here. The pitch. And it's ball 2.
Primarily in the same place as the previous pitch, but maybe just a little bit further off the plate, down low in the strike zone.
From our angle, tough to tell. All right, 2-1. Pitch coming up here to the big shortstop, right-handed batter, Logan Shearer. The 2-1 pitch, ground ball. Shortstop Huff goes to second for 1. A run will score. It's a fielder's choice for Shearer. Out at second is Marvin on the 6-4 force play, and it's 6-2 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug TRT Trailer Sale scoreboard. 2 out now. RBI for Shearer. Scoring was Crump, running for Shuford. Down to third went Haynes, and there's 2 out, and it's Matt Simmons in a 4-run game now. Simmons, left-handed batter up.
Simmons 0 for 3 tonight.
And the pitch, a ball low.
2 runs in thus far for Mint Hill here in the bottom of the 7th on 3 hits. Cameron High, if he could get Simmons and hold his lead to 6-2.
The pitch, swung on and missed. Big swing that time.
Yeah, that was a swinging to the fence type of swing.
Mm-hmm. Haynes at third, Shearer at first, 2 down now, and 1-1 to count on Simmons. In the pitch, a ball.
A little off the outside corner.
Starter Cameron High working here into the 7th inning.
Coach Reynolds was signaling to Brandon Alexander to go out and talk to Cameron High.
Mm-hmm.
Time call. 2 outs in the inning, 2 runs in on 3 hits and 1 error.
All right, here we go. Alexander, the catcher, gets his headgear back on. Batter Simmons steps in. Umpire puts the ball in play. And the 2-1. Instead, he steps off and throws first, rather gingerly over there. Not a quick throw or anything. Just keeping Shearer in check. (2-1) looked first. Again, the fake to first, look to third. You can't do the fake to third, look and throw to first. It's a balk, right?
That's right.
In Legion ball.
And
you do it in high school.
High school.
All right, 2-1. Pitch coming up, and it is lifted high left side and going to get out of play.
Be a foul ball.
Yep, 2-2 to Simmons. 2 out and deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Bottom of the 7th, 6-2 score.
Simmons, a strikeout victim his first time up against Cameron High in the first inning.
Cherryville by 4 here. Mint Hill scoring its 2 runs of the game this inning. Cameron High just trying to finish out
time call
here in the 7th. Yeah, got a ball out of the Cherryville bullpen over there out on the field, in right field. All right, here we go. 2-2 pitch coming up. And the pitch is a grounder to first, and Shoemaker's got it. 3 unassisted on Simmons.
And that'll close out the 7th inning for Mint Hill in the bottom of the 7th. 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base.
All right, we go to the 8th, and Cherryville holding a 6-2 lead on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard.
Plus, if you're a member of the sports team, the new Cherryville Printable sells uniforms and sporting good apparel, including New Era and Frank Bidhouse. Plus, name-brand apparel including Nike, Augustus, Holloway, Ashwood, Adidas, Carhartt, and Dry Duck. And they can personalize any item. And be sure to ask about their special fundraising pricing. See their products in Medical Center Pharmacy or call 704-748-3550. That's Shane Callaway and Cherryville Printable. Again, 704-748-3550. What a building project in the near future. Then see Don or Tracy Lyles at College Building Supplies in Dallas, right across from Gaston College. You'll find material for creek beds, storage buildings, and even galvanized metal. They do a roof cement and cement blocks. College Building Supply in Dallas has fine windows and all sizes for $69. This works in kitchen cabinets, shingles, exterior siding, and even dog houses. College Building Supply, Highway 321 in Dallas, across from Gaston College. Open Monday through Saturday. Cherryville Self-Storage is your complete storage center. They have units from 5 by 5 up to 10 by 30. They also sell living supplies, such as locks, slips, covers, rope, and more. Cherryville Self-Storage is the first storage facility in Cherryville and also has the newest units in town. They're also the only storage facility in the surrounding area with climate control units. All storage units have front row access and have paint lots for your convenience. Units are also monitored by security cameras within the street department for pest control. Office and units are located at the corner of Elm and Main Street, 300 Main Street at Suite A in Cherryville. Call the office at 704-435-4909 or come and see Phyllis, Carolyn, and Larry today.
All right, welcome back. As we go to the 8th inning here, a new pitcher, Alcon Mini Storage, call the bullpen for Mint Hill. Danny Egger.
It'll be Taylor Crowell on the mound, and we got a new second baseman for Mint Hill, Connor Simpkins, and we've got a new left fielder for Mint Hill, David Crump.
Okay.
And the pitcher again is Taylor Crowell, a right-hander.
Crowell out of Butler. He'll be a senior next year. Right-hander. And batter up for Cherryville, Brett Huff. It's 6-2. Top of the 8th here. Cherryville maybe can get back a couple of those runs they gave up in the bottom of the 7th. Some more Rocky Bennett insurance runs would be nice here. Brett Huff, who has played a good day today.
He has.
And the pitch is ball 1.
Yeah, Brett with three base hits, I believe, in the first game this afternoon, and he's 1 for 2 in the second game. Got hit by a pitch in the first inning.
He swings and misses. 1-1. Brett Huff in the game 3, the first game of the day today. He was our First Baptist Church Creek Coffee House defensive player of the game for his work there at shortstop. Didn't have a bad day with the bat either.
No, he hasn't.
And the pitch bounces in there, 2-1. Our award winners in the first game, by the way, were the hitter of the game, Brandon Alexander, and the overall player of the game was Clay Fuller with the 3-run homer and another hit along the way and some big putouts in right field with the wind blowing and the rain coming down.
Yeah, he made all his putouts that was hit to him.
Was it 2-2?
2-2. Mm-hmm.
2-2 to number 10, Brett Huff.
Dalton Towery on deck, to be followed by Dylan Harris.
The pitch, check swing. And wait a minute, is he, that was a 2-2 count we had. Huff thought he walked. And was he called out on strikes? No, he's coming back to get his bat. It was only ball 3. Brett thought it was ball 4. Coach Reynolds coming down to see what's going on.
Simpkins.
All right, so Huff with now, we believe, a 3-2 count. We had it at 2-2 anyway. So we think it is correct at 3-2 now. Yep, time call.
Time call. There you go.
Okay, and that would be 10-21. Just reminding you. And the pitch. Ground ball, third base. Third baseman knocks it down and can't come up with it.
Can't come up with it.
Hit hard, but knowing what he's capable of doing, that should have made that play.
It'll be an 85.
Yep. So, let's see. We started this game what time, Danny? 8:01?
8:01. Mm-hmm.
And the first game started at 3:59?
3:59.
And went 3 hours and something?
20 minutes.
Because it was 11 innings.
That's right.
We're in the top of the 8th here. 1 on, nobody out for Cherryville and Dalton Towery.
Dalton's had a good night. He's 2 for 3. Milton, a double and a single.
There was a throw to first. Huff safe.
Dalton with 2 RBIs. Also Milton.
And he bunts this one foul off the backstop.
Coach Reynolds trying to get 1 and 2 runs back.
Sure is. Towery. A sac fly in the third. He's got a double and a sac fly and a base hit. He's got 2 RBIs on the day.
He's squaring around again.
Holding that bat out there, and it's put down toward the first base side. Pitcher underhand toss.
Beautiful bunt by Dalton Towery to get Brett Huff to second base with less than 2 outs.
1-3 on the put out, and that moves Huff into second, as you said, and Dylan Harris, batter up for Cherryville Post 100.
Dylan 0 for 3 tonight, looking for his first hit of the game, which could be a RBI if he can get 1 through the infield.
Huff at second now, 1 out, and that's called a strike.
Kroll, the new pitcher for Mint Hill, is a tall, lanky right-hander.
The pitch. Inside. 1-1.
We want to run. We want to run to stay away from that grand slam.
Yeah. They have a penchant for the grand slam.
They do.
Mint Hill. The pitch. Third baseman line drive down to second. Got him on the double play. Oh, and Harris hit it a ton, but right at third baseman who made up for that error a while ago.
Totals for Post 100 here in the top of the 8th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and no one left on base.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 6-2 Cherryville. Mr. Sparky, how's drug TRT trailer?
Take 36% off. That's right, 36% off during the Samsung bestsellers at your nearest Hendrick Appliance location, including Samsung washers, dryers, and refrigerators. Plus, take 20% off Samsung's best-selling ranges and ovens. It's a red, white, and blue savings sale going on right now at your nearest Hendrick Appliance, 2689 East Main Street in Boger City, 4027 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia, and 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Bright, sunshiny day.
If you want to be treated like family, stop by the drugstore in Lincoln and Vale or Boger City, and you will get just that. The drugstore is locally owned and operated. George and his staff take great pride in giving all their customers fast, efficient, quality customer service. They can help you with any prescription or home health care need you may have. Find them on Facebook or at tdspharmacies.com. The drugstore would like to welcome you to their family.
Pennzoil is not just oil, it's Pennzoil. Choose from Pennzoil High Mileage Vehicle or Pennzoil Conventional or Pennzoil Platinum. The Pennzoil High Mileage Vehicle continuously cleans and protects engines with over 75,000 miles, helping reduce leaks and oil consumption while helping to keep your higher mileage engine clean to maintain responsiveness. Ask for Pennzoil High Mileage Vehicle, available at Fastway Oil Change, 630 South Lafayette Street, Shelby. Pennzoil, not just oil, it's Pennzoil.
Well, who's in Bancroft spot?
David Crump.
Crump then. And it's 6-2 Cherryville. Cameron High, the starter, working into the 8th inning here now.
Cameron with 8 strikeouts. He's walked 2 batters tonight.
The pitch, swung on and missed. Eisenbath, who was the starting pitcher, now at first base. And he wants to rub that bat handle down a little bit.
Just so he can get a little better grip. It must have slipped on him a little bit.
He wasn't the one that lost the battle. That was Simmons earlier whose bat went flying out of his hand, wasn't it? Okay, 0-1 to count on Eisenbath or Both. We've called him both ways. Bath is what they're saying here. And it's ball 1.
Man, it looked like good pitches.
Yeah, I wish we were directly behind home plate so we could see a little better what's going on.
It's hard to believe that batter took that pitch and didn't swing at it.
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't.
And the 1-1 pitch. A ball. 2-1. Mint Hill scoring 2 runs in the 7th to cut into the lead, 6-2. Cherryville leads in the bottom of the 8th. Cherryville, tough luck double play ball to end the top of the 8th. And the 2-1 pitch popped him up out of play, first base side. 2-2 the count. Eisenbath. Catcher Zach Blaylock due up. Eisenbath, a right-handed batter. 2 home runs earlier today in Game 3 of the series. And the pitch from High. Ball 3.
Little off the plate, I believe.
It's so close from our angle. They just got to be off the plate because, they're between the knees and the shoulders there, the armpits, but just not getting the call. Must be outside. And the pitch, ball 4. So a leadoff walk brings up Blaylock. Blaylock, the catcher.
0 for 3, 2 strikeouts.
How about the pitcher, number 5, Zach Blaylock.
Zach Blaylock, who graduated from Porter Ridge High School, heading for Wingate next year.
Dylan Harris creeping in at 3rd. Could be laying the bunt down.
The pitch. Strike called. You and I went to Wingate.
We did.
Yeah, last year a couple times.
Rain.
Went down there one time and came home because it started raining. So it didn't just rain games out this year.
That was Union. That's Union County's field, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
0-1 on Blaylock, and the pitch popped him up. It's going to be Nairn, the second baseman, making the catch along the edge of the grass.
And that'll bring up the left fielder that just came in the game as a pinch runner for Bancroft, and the batter will be David Crump.
Now batting the left fielder, number 2, David
Crump.
Number 2, Crump.
His first at bat here, with 1 out and 1 on for Mint Hill here in the bottom of the 8th.
Double play ball would be really good right here.
And the pitch is a ball. Yep, Cherryville's hit into 3 double plays in the 2 games so far today.
Sure have.
I think only one Mint Hill double play ball. Looked first. The pitch. Throw from the catcher down to first, and the runner back in. It's 2-0 on Crump. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out, 1 on.
Each team with 7 hits.
307 for Mint Hill last inning. And the pitch. Strike on, yeah. Cherryville's big inning was the first inning. 4 big runs.
4 runs on 3 hits, 2 doubles, and a single.
And an error.
An error.
It's 2-1 on Crump. And the pitch fouled off. Is it 2-1 or 1-2?
1-2.
Ooh,
One
okay.
and two. Yeah,
I'm backwards on the count.
1-2. He protecting the plate there and fouled it off to the screen. Are you surprised that Cameron High is pitching here in the bottom of the 8th?
Well, every year for Cherryville, there's always those pitchers or players that step up at the right time. And the other night it was King. Here's a fly ball. Right fielder's got it. Out number 2. Is that Jackson out there in right now? No.
No,
it's not.
Cody Downer.
Still Cody, okay.
He was playing the batter shallow, so he made a good play on it.
And the batter up then
will be the pitcher, Taylor Kroll.
Yep, Kroll.
His first plate appearance.
Yep, he's the 3rd pitcher of the night for Mint Hill. The pitch, a ball. 4 more outs to get, Danny, before they get 4 or more.
That's right. Post 100 can get through this inning without Mint Hill scoring, and they could tack on a run in the 9th. Would be big.
Yeah.
They'll have the 1, 2, and 3 batters coming up.
And it's ball 2 to Kroll. Kroll, right-handed batter. Runner at first is Eisenbath, who led off the inning with a walk, and the pitch is high, 3-0. Nobody down in the bullpen. Whoever would come in, it must be ready. If it comes down to that.
They want to put more runners on. Not with a home umpire this team's got.
And the pitch. Strike called, 3-0 on Kroll. Don't know much about his hitting prowess.
No.
They don't want to walk the pitcher in his first at bat of the game. And he hits a one-hopper to the second baseman. Throw to first, just got him. He knocked it down, didn't err, but had time to throw Kroll out.
He sure
big
did.
put out.
And that'll end the 8th inning. Mint Hill, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base.
All right, we go to the top of the 9th, and Cherryville holds a 6-2 lead on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug TRT Trailer Self scoreboard.
Haley, do you take the color Crouching Tiger 4022 to cherish every day?
I do.
And Crouching Tiger 4022, do you take Haley's wall for as long as you match her decor?
I do.
You may now check out.
Find your soul paint at Ace. We'll help with the harmonious color palette of Clark & Kensington Paint and Primer in One, exclusively at Ace, the helpful place.
Clark Kensington Paint, found at your local Ace Hardware store. Ferguson's Ace Hardware, Highway 150 East in Cherryville.
Your reasons for a personal loan are as individual as you are. As a community bank, we understand that. We're the bank with the focus on service. So we'll help you design a loan plan that fits your needs and your budget. Talk to us about your personal reasons for a personal loan. First National Bank, hometown banking since 1874. Member FDIC.
Hauser Drug Store on the corner in downtown Cherryville has been Cherryville's hometown pharmacy since 1935, and they know you by name. For durable medical equipment such as wheelchairs, oxygen, walkers, CPAPs and BiPAPs, lift chairs, and diabetic supplies too, like strips and lancets. Hauser Drug bills Medicare and most all private insurances. And does your pharmacy make home deliveries? Hauser Drug in Cherryville does. It's service after the sale.
Good luck to Post 100 Baseball from Hauser Drug.
So 1, 2, and 3 spots for Cherryville in the ninth.
Cody 2 for 4 tonight with a run scored.
The pitch. Avalo.
He'll be followed by Caleb Nairn and Josh Beam.
Bono strikes the count, and the wind and the pitch from Kroll. That went a ball. Almost
got the
umpire.
umpire.
Did it get the umpire?
Well, he
hit somebody.
He either hit, must have hit the umpire. Ricocheted off his leg. He's not showing, but he's not rubbing
felt it. Yeah, he rubbed a little dirt on it. 2-1 account to Cody Dallinger. Nairn and Beam due to follow here. And the pitch high.
Base runner would be good.
Need another Rocky Bennett insurance run or two here, or 4 in the ninth. Looking at the bottom of the ninth, the 9, 1, and 2 spots due up for Mint Hill. That, if they set them down in order, that's ball 4. That would keep the bat out of the hands of Shearer.
You're thinking ahead, aren't you?
I'm thinking ahead, but let's see what happens here.
That'll bring up Caleb Nairn with Dellinger on first. Is Coach Reynolds going to ask Caleb Nairn to lay a bunt down? Probably.
Probably. He was hit by pitches last time up. Had a sacrifice bunt in the second. Nairn, left-handed hitter.
Third baseman Simmons in.
Bunts it. Real good bunt. Third base side. Pitcher throws to first for the putout and moves Dellinger into scoring position.
Perfect bunt. Couldn't ask any better.
It was a good one. 1-3 on the sacrifice.
2 sacrifices for Caleb Nairn.
And it brings up Josh Beam. Beam, left-handed hitter from Burns High School. Going to make his way to, what's the name of that place? Got it here somewhere.
Tusculum?
How you say it now?
Tusculum University?
Tusculum. T-U-S-C-U-L-U-M. Tusculum. I don't know.
Coach Reynolds, going to talk with Josh.
Yep. Count 0-1 on Beam. Over 3 with a walk tonight is Josh Beam.
Cameron High in the on-deck circle for Post 100.
The pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-2.
Taylor Kroll, the third pitcher of the game, in his second inning on the mound.
And that's in the dirt, 1-2. Good stop by Blaylock.
Blaylock behind the plate has got to be
worn out. Just worn out.
Yeah.
11 innings in the first game, and now he's working into the 9th inning, catching here tonight. But he's a good defensive catcher.
Yes, he is.
Not much gets by him. There's a ball 2.
Ooh, the pitcher jumped up on the mound there like it. That should have been a strike call, Mr. Hunt, but it wasn't.
6-2, Cherryville leads, top of the ninth, one out, runner at second. And the pitch. Ball 3 to Josh Beam. Keeping everybody up late on a Sunday night here a little bit. 20 minutes till 11.
You don't reckon they'll go in late for work in the morning or lay out?
Nah, we got gamers. We're getting a little gamey up here, though.
Yeah, we are.
3-2. And the pitch. And it's called strike 3 on Beam. He thought it was ball 4.
And that'll bring up Cameron High. 2 outs in the inning. Cody Dellinger on second. Cameron without a hit in this second game of the day. He did score a run in the first inning. He's officially 1 for 3 with the base on balls.
All right, so High with 2 out and a man at second. First pitch to him, a strike. The 0-1 pitch coming up, and it's a ball low. Let's see, Danny, if I remember correctly, in game 1, listening to you and David on the air, High, big hit in the latter part of that game.
Yeah,
is
he
that right?
did. Yeah, I think, if I remember correctly, had maybe 2 RBIs in that game. 1 early and 1 late.
The pitch, a strike call, 1-2. So Kroll trying to get out of the ninth and give his team a chance to get 4 or more in the bottom of the ninth. High, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. That was game 1 of the series. And the pitch, high fly ball, not deep enough. Center fielder got it for out number 3. And that'll do it for post 100 in the ninth.
In the top of the ninth for post 100, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base.
Go to the bottom of the ninth. Hold'em time, 6-2, Cherryville, a 4-run lead on the Mr. Sparky House Drug TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard.
You may now check out. Find yourself at A. We'll help with the harmonious color palette of Clark & Kensington paint and primer in 1. Exclusively at A. The helpful place. Clark gives it the same. That is your local Ace Hardware store. Ferguson's Ace Hardware, Hollywood, in the East in Cherryville. Hello, my name is Kevin Bennett, Minister of Students and Outreach at First Baptist Church of Cherryville. And John 3:17 tells us that God sent His Son into the world, not to judge the world, but to
For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it's Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. Now open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday. Try their all-you-can-eat pancake special. All you can eat for only $3.99 every day. And don't forget about the big Sunday lunch specials. Every day is a great day to eat at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Call 704-276-1155 for all of your catering needs, too.
A lot of people are switching to natural gas lately because natural gas appliances cost a lot less to operate than those using propane or electricity. In fact, a typical family could save up to $1,000 a year just by switching from propane to natural gas. But that's not all. To learn more about natural gas and to find out how much money you could save by switching, visit psncenergy.com/choosegas. That's psncenergy.com/choosegas. Natural gas from PSNC Energy, making everyday life better.
Right-handed batter. Earlier today, he started and went 0 for 3 with a sacrifice. And the pitch from Cameron High, a strike to Andy.
Yes, sir. Cameron High is still in the ball game. And going to try to pitch a complete game.
0-1 coming up to the number 9 spot in the order, Andes. And it's a ball. Top of the order, Haynes due to follow, followed by Marvin with Shear in the hole.
Yeah, I need to stay away from the number 3, 4, 5 hitters for Mint Hill.
And it's a ball. 2-1 on Andes. Right-handed batter steps back in. 2-1 count from Cameron High.
Looking at third base coach, see if the coach wanted him to take this pitch.
The 2-1 from High is a ball. 3-1. I got a count of 3-1 on Andes. Shows bunt here. And the pitch in there for a strike. Just waving the bat around. Previous 2 pitches, he sort of ran at them, but he didn't put the bat out there as if to bunt. 3-2 pitch from High. Called strike 3.
Wow. Big strikeout there, Milton.
And that'll bring up the top of the order, Malachi Haynes. Left-handed batter Haynes.
Haynes 1 for 4.
Hit his last time up in the 7th.
Singled in the 7th. He had 2 hits in the earlier game this afternoon.
7th inning when Mint Hill did all their scoring.
Yeah.
And he was left at third after that base hit. Pitch high, ball 1. A 4-3 ground out and 2 strikeouts, then the base hit for Haynes tonight. Game 4. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A real nice swing. He missed it. He goes for it. He goes for it.
Yes, he does. He does. He gets the most out of his swings.
1-1 from High. Swing and a miss.
You know, Cameron's still strong
Still
here in the
humming
9th inning. He's humming it right now. He's wanting it too.
Cherryville dropping game 3 of the series earlier today in 11 innings, 10-9. A walk-off homer in the bottom of the 11th.
Inning.
Shearer. Name we've said a lot. And that pitch is high, 2-2 to Haynes. 2 more outs to get before the batter Shearer comes up. And the pitch popped him up. It's going to be left side shortstop. Nope, left fielder calls him off.
Dalton Towery.
Towery makes the catch. 2 down, and it's Marvin with Shearer on deck and 2 out. Bottom of the 9th. 6-2, Cherryville by 4. 1 out to get here to win this second round playoff duel with Mint Hill.
Marvin with 1 hit on the night. He's 1 for 3 at the base on balls.
The pitch. Foul ball. First base side. Way out of play there by Marvin. Marvin, right-handed batter. 0-1 pitch from Cameron High. And he came off speed and got him way out in front of that one, 0-2. 1 strike now. 1 strike away is Cherryville from winning the series and advancing to face Lincoln County in the 3rd round. High heading the count 0-2. And the pitch to Marvin. Bounced in there, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on for Mint Hill. The number 1 seed in the playoffs, Area 4. The 1-2 pitch, a ball. 2-2 now to Marvin. Deuces wild in the ninth. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 6-2 the score. The wind and the pitch from high. He struck him out.
She
Ball
ball
game
game.
over. And Cherryville wins the game and the series 3-1. Complete 9-inning game by Cameron High. 6-2, the final, Danny, the inning summary.
The summary in the inning was no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base for Mint Hill. And like Milton said, the final score, 6-2. Cherryville Post 100 taking the series.
All right, so 6-2, the final score on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug TRT Trailer Sales Scoreboard. And we'll be right back with the Cherryville Printables post-game show and our post-game awards. Don't go away.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, or your repair is free.
Most people are not expecting an electrician to be in their home. They wait and call us when the power's out, something's smoking, or something's not working.
That's Rusty Wise of Mr. Sparky, America's on-time electrician. And Rusty, I've got this new widescreen TV. Can you guys help me with this?
Yes, we can actually mount the TV, install the mount, install the HDMI cables, the low voltage cables, and install the 124 outlet that it needs instead of that 6-foot drop cord you're in.
And now, surge protectors. Yours aren't the kind I see in the big box stores, are they?
Yes, there's whole panel surge protections that we hardwire in, have a lifetime warranty.
Mr. Sparky, locally owned, people you can trust. They background and drug test every employee.
Call Mr. Sparky if you have any electrical needs. If you're sitting in the dark, something's smoking, or something's not working, give us a call.
They can do it all. Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Carolina Care Center strives to provide quality care and promote an excellent quality of life. They now offer Carolina Care Cottages. All Carolina Care services are now available to cottage residents on an outpatient basis. Cottage residents have priority to beds if need at Carolina Care Center. The 2-bedroom cottages are fully equipped. Reserve your new home today by calling 704-435-4161. Carolina Care, offering a standard of excellence. Let their family take care of your family today at Carolina Care Center.
The old saying, you can't keep a good man down, now applies to Brookwood Cafe and Catering. The new Brookwood Cafe and Catering is located on Providence Mill Road in Maiden, featuring the same great food and service you remember. The world's greatest fried chicken and world-famous penny browns once again satisfy your appetite. Brookwood Cafe and Catering is serving the same great breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Brookwood Cafe and Catering on Providence Mill Road in Maiden. Stop by before the game or call ahead for your tailgate items, 828-428-8944.
It's time to jump in. Jump in and cool off with a dip in your backyard pool. To help keep your pool sparkling clean all summer long, see Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center on the Reedfield Road in Lincoln. They carry a full line of BioGuard products. Plus, they'll analyze your water to make sure you get the right blend of BioGuard. And keep your yard looking great with the new Husqvarna Zero Turn tractor, push mower, or trimmer. Carolina Hardware and Garden Center on the Reedfield Road in Lincoln. Carolina Heating and Cooling in Cherryville has been in business for over 90 years. With over 4 generations of contractor experience, Carolina Heating and Cooling specializes in sales, service, and installation of heating and cooling products. They offer annual maintenance agreements and service all brands of equipment. Carolina Heating and Cooling, 1313 West Church Street in Cherryville in the old Ford Motor Company building. Owned and operated by Keith and Brian Long. Call 704-435-4433. The Big Splash Sales Event is underway at ROLAND Motorsports in Lincoln. It's time to come in and cool off this summer with a new Kawasaki Jet Ski Watercraft. Brand new model started only $89.99. Come on in for all the details. You'll find one that's just right for you for your summertime fun. Ask about great rebates and low financing now available. Plus, they have golf carts too. Don't miss the Big Splash Sales Event going on now at ROLAND Motorsports, Highway 27 east of Shelby at the Highway 73 intersection.
There you go, Ann. Your new account is now open. Just one more little thing. Here's your card.
What was that?
It's my new bank. Every time I turn around, I get hit with another fee.
You need to get an account at Carolina Federal Credit Union.
She's right.
Tired of getting hit by bank fees? Switch to Carolina Federal Credit Union today. Make those pains go away.
Here's your receipt.
What are some of the greatest moments in sports? For me, I think of the basketball games in my uncle's driveway when I was a kid. He wasn't just my uncle, he was a friend. When he died, his funeral allowed me to share what he meant to me. It was a meaningful funeral for a life worth celebrating. As a member of the National Funeral Directors Association, the staff at Carpenter's Funeral Home understand the importance of creating a meaningful funeral service for a life worth celebrating. For more information, call Carpenter's Funeral Home at 704-435-6711. Carpenter's Funeral Home, excellence in cremation and funeral services.
Shane Calloway invites you to see Cherryville Printables for your sports embroidery, screen printing, and promotional items. Plus, if you're a member of a sports team, the new Cherryville Printables sells uniforms and sporting good apparel, including the New Era and Flex Fit hats. Plus name brand apparel, including Nike, Augusta, Holloway, Ashworth, Adidas, Carhartt, and Dry Duck. And they can personalize any item. And be sure to ask them about their special fundraising pricing. See their products in Medical Center Pharmacy or call 704-200-3741. That's Shane Calloway and Cherryville Printables, 704-200-3741.
For the First Baptist Church Creek Coffee House Best Defensive Player, if not play, of the game tonight. And Danny, it is?
I think we give that to
Josh Beam.
Josh Beam.
For the play up against the wall.
Yeah, for the big play against the wall, which we didn't know
field.
whether it was going out of the park at that time. But he made that play, kept the ball in play, and yeah, that's a great play on part of Josh Beam.
Yep. So Josh Beam, our
defensive
player
of the game. He's made some real good plays in this 4 games that's been played.
Yes, he has. Struggled a little bit hitting the ball tonight, but that's okay. He made a big play out there, and he's a solid guy anyway, batting in that number 3 spot. The hitter of the game tonight, brought to you as always by Medical Center Pharmacy of Cherryville.
And
hitter of the game.
That will go to Tyler Shoemaker. Tyler with a double, single. He scored 2 runs, 3 RBIs. Just another good game out of Tyler. He's had a good series too, Milton.
Yes, he has. He had a very good day today and a good series against Mid-Hill. Tyler Shoemaker, our Medical Center Pharmacy hitter of the game. And that brings us to the Peak Resources Cherryville overall player of the game. Gee, I wonder who.
I wonder who that is. That's going to go to Cameron High.
Yes, sirree.
Yeah, just
what's his stats again?
His stats went 9 innings, had one bad inning. You might say bad in the 7th. He gave up 2 runs on 3 hits, but he pitched a complete 9 innings, 2 runs, 7 hits, struck out 10, and walked 3.
Struck out 10, walked 3
sure
against this Mid-Hill team.
Just a wonderful performance out of Cameron.
Yeah.
And Coach Reynolds has got to be just tickled to death to see him go 9 innings. I mean, who would have thought it?
Yeah, and a day like today, in the first game today, game 3 of the series, he was the DH, and he's had a long day today. All these
he
guys.
has, and with the pitching that's showed in this series, you've got to think Post 100 is going to give.
I was going to say, thoughts about the Lincoln County Cherryville series now.
If the pitching can continue for Post 100, like we've seen in these 4 games, I like Post 100 chances.
Okay.
I really do.
The teams, the rivals did not get to meet during the regular season, have not met at all this year.
They were going to meet, I believe, and the game got rained out, if I remember.
Something like that. It got canceled in place of another game that had to be made up or something.
But the Cardinals will be the home team. They'll have home field advantage in this best 3 out of 5, and that game will be played at East Lincoln High School Tuesday night, game time 7 o'clock. Back at Fraley Field for game 2 Wednesday.
All right, and for our listeners on WOHS, Shelby Post 82.
They will host the Hickory team that's red hot, defeating the Gaston Braves 3-1, outscoring the Braves 23-10. So Shelby's got their hands full with Hickory. Should be a good series.
With the gutsy performance of Post 100 in this series, I mean, down in just just about every game except this one. They were
Right.
down.
They were down.
In the score and winning the series 3 games to 1. Down not just by a little bit too.
No, down today in the game.
3 different times.
Yeah, 3 different times.
By 4 times twice and down by 3 once.
In the entire series with Mint Hill, Post 100 has shown that they're resilient to come back from deficits.
Mm-hmm.
And,
all right. Well, that'll wrap it up from Independence High School at Mint Hill as Cherryville wins the series. Lost the 3rd game, which was game 1 today, in 11 innings, 10-9. That, by the way, was the score they put up on the scoreboard just a moment ago after the end of game 4, which Cherryville won 6-2. They were just reminding us they beat us.
I'm going to tell you again.
Game 3.
Post 100 won this series 3 games to 1. But this Miss Mint Hill team was scary.
They were.
They could really hit the baseball.
Some of the best hitters I've seen in a long, long time.
Absolutely.
All right. That's going to wrap it up for the Cherryville Primrose post-game show. And for the crew here at Independence, Milton Baker for Danny Aker, Kevin Hastings, and Dustin Day. And back in the studios, Steve Roberts, American Legion Baseball, a production of KTC Broadcasting. We'll see you with more baseball on Tuesday night on these stations. Post 82 on WOHS. Cherryville and Lincoln County on WCSL and WLON. Good night, everyone.
Good night.